Oh, thank.
There you go. So the total should be 15,700 now.
All right.
Perfect. Rod, where's it?
All right. Are all of you done, or at least have your backups in a playable state if you're gonna bring them tonight?
Yes.
The only thing I haven't done for my backup is gear, which I'm looking into at the moment.
It's in our handouts. It tells he already put everything you need. Trust me, that's where I was stuck as well. It's so hard to find in the stupid book.
All right. Where is it under personal handouts?
Yeah, it's all the way on the bottom.
No, it's in the handout section at the bottom of it. You have the quick play reference, house rules, gear, skills, and talents.
And the breaching auger, that can be chosen with signature war gear, I assume?
Yes, you can.
Alright, I'm putting that on Oreo. I just got that for him.
We're all just gonna walk in with breaching augers.
Except me.
Except why don't you just get one? It's like 500 XP or 1,000 XP, something like that.
Vlad is built as a swordsman.
Breaching auger is a sword. It's a sword.
I admit, I doubted the majesty of the breaching auger at first, but now I am fully convinced.
See, here's the thing. All the cool stuff we're not going to be able to get because of renown for a really long time.
Exactly, which is kind of annoying. So I'm like, breaching auger is good. Yeah, I wanted a storm bolter or something, and I couldn't get anything good. So I'm like, fuck it, breaching auger works.
No, long I'm going to have to wait to be able to use chain fists forever.
But once you get it, you just run around just fisting people. Just think about that.
Well, I need Terminator armor too.
And by the way,
we'll get there.
If I'll have to look up how first aid works, but first aid, it just heals your intelligence modifier to the person, right?
Correct.
Yes.
I don't know if you can buy it. I don't think we can buy an MIU, right?
Medicaid.
The MIU would double your thing. It will give you double intelligence bonus, but I don't think you can buy it. I think it's renowned.
Yeah, well, right now...
MIU is completely different, so it doesn't affect your intelligence at all.
Oh, it doesn't do that anymore? Okay. Yeah,
you're thinking of the Cortex implant, which is different.
Oh, is that another one?
He just allows you to stick with machines.
All I know is...
my special ability as an apothecary means that I can currently heal, if I do a successful Medicaid test, I will heal 5 plus 1d5 to whoever.
Alright. I am to kill bitches and hoes.
Alright.
Oh, I have to pick a phenomena.
You walk into a field that has been cultivated, and you see garden equipment laying on the ground. There is apparently a hoe and a scythe laying on the ground. It's completely unaware of your existence. You get plus 40 to hit it, and it can't dodge.
So you're plus 30 to an undodgeable thing, alright?
Yes, because you want to attack a garden hoe.
43. Crit.
You have to hit the damn thing.
Oh, come on.
And
Plus
because
30.
it's not a Xeno, you still have to confirm the crit as well.
Okay, I hit it.
All right. Now roll again with the same modifiers
God
to
damn you.
confirm.
Oh god, I confirmed the shit out of that.
Congratulations, you killed the garden hoe. It is now thoroughly dead.
1000 XP?
No.
Damn. You know, man can dream. Man can
No.
dream.
Not against inanimate objects. Alright, so I think because some of you got pretty dinged up last fight, I do believe. Can we have a quick HP check before we move into the next thing?
I thought we healed up.
Not at the end of this is like at the tail end of the last thing as you come back to the ship.
Oh, I hope I did.
I was at -6.
I am at 16 out of 19.
I'm also at 16 out of 22.
Vlad is 8 out of 22. Saf is
All right. So yeah, I think because I don't remember exactly what we ended on last time because I didn't watch the VOD. But yeah, you come back to the ship, stow your gear, and the people who need medical attentions get carted off to the apothecarium. And yeah, the squad leader shows up to the briefing room, give the detailed report, and then you are dismissed for some casual R&R somewhere on the boat.
The stats for it are already in chat underneath your interrogation roll.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's if you want the base stats, I have them right here. I think Hellforge wrote them. Yeah, 3d10 plus 3d10 d1 plus 11, pen 7, and then add any bonuses you might get from like talents and stuff.
All right. So I think the after the planet is thoroughly bombarded by the Imperial Navy, and yeah, you're a small sword class frigate is burning towards the rim of the system to translate while back into the wharf while the planet is bombarded into submission. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a few weeks at least. So I think by the time you arrive to the next thing, you should all be fully healed up. I have to look up the specifics, but for plot convenient reasons, it takes you long enough that you're all fully healed by the time you arrive to the next thing.
Woohoo! Oh, to actually change the health.
Yeah, so max out your health again and refill your fate points, in case you haven't. And yeah, I think so. What are you all doing during these few weeks of transit in the warp? Do you have anything special you're doing, or just chill?
Well, are we going to go ahead and do the downtime for our backups as well?
Yeah, if you want.
Yep, so I'll say that Oreo is making his way around the ship, and falls into a certain routine of maybe talking with some of the other battle brothers in the ship, and also just making sure that his gear is all in line. He's also familiarizing himself with the weight of his breaching auger during sparring. As for Alfie, he's basically in prayer and vigil throughout most of the trip through the warp, and listening to the what would you call it? The service being held in the chapel of the ship.
Oh, a Black Templar. That's pretty intense right there. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you have, I think all of you at some point or another are summoned to a funeral vigil for the late great Galmec, where his honor rolls are read, and what little remains of him are requested into the stasis vault to be put in the Hall of Remembrance at the Watch Fortress when you get back. And the whole thing probably takes like maybe 4 or 5 hours, as his lengthy honor rolls are read, and there is some prayers and to the Emperor and to the Primarch to remember his valiant sacrifice and honor his deeds in life in the service of the Emperor.
Ah, yes, he did die.
But yeah, I think it takes you a couple of weeks to get to the next thing. And yeah, once you arrive, you feel actually someone roll me 4d100, please, just to see how well this goes. All right. So good news, bad news. The ship doesn't explode. Which, if that's good or bad, well, you can figure that out yourselves. But yeah, you eventually arrive to into system again, and you all hear the klaxons ring out, signaling the transition back to the real space. And as that happens, you're all summoned either by Vox or by chapter surf if you don't have a Vox speed on you at the time. And you are summoned into one of the small like conference rooms again, where Brother Sergeant is giving you the rundown of the new mission that you have. Which looks something like that. The mission brief. And you see on the hololift they have the planets rotating, and you see the map coordinate for the initial landing, and then roughly in the area where you're supposed to be going. And yeah, I think as you're coming into the meeting room, you notice, Brother Sergeant, his right arm has been replaced with a completely bionic arm instead of the natural one that he lost fighting the Gene Stealers earlier. So that's the mission. If you have any questions, ask them now, and otherwise we can deploy to the surface and have a good time. Or you can figure out your weapons and oaths, and then we can hit the
Let's
deck,
look
as it
at
were.
the mission number 3.
Yes. The new mission is always in the current mission folder.
Mm-hmm. I see it. 72 points. All right.
And the dominant terrain on this planet seems to be jungle or swamp,
Okay, that's good to know.
depending on where it is. So around the equator, it's basically just swampland, and then to the north and south of that, it's pretty much just dense jungle.
Are we? What method are we using to get to the planet's surface?
Drop pods, as far as you know.
Okay.
If nothing else is stated, you're going by drop pod. And then extraction really depends on you. You can either call down a ship from orbit, or you can take a teleporter homer and beam you back up again.
Alright, I'll be right back, and then I'll go to selecting my gear.
Goddamn, 2 characters to gear out. This is not fun.
Of course it's fun.
And I think as it's gonna take a few days for the ship to reach the actual orbit of the planet, but you get constant updates from the surface as the new telemetry comes in. So a lot of the information is updated. So you have like a scrolling list of information. So you have like temperature, like ambient temperature, like weather condition, stuff like that. And from what you can tell by the hololift display and the information, you're going to be landing in the swamp area because it has the least amount of like vegetation around it. So it's a safer place to land rather than smash into a bunch of trees and potentially get messed over trying to leave the pod.
Right, special ammo. Let's look at that. Let us. So for heavy bolter, I need it's 20 plus whatever it costs for the rounds.
Yes.
And if I want multiple like rounds, do I have to keep adding 20, or is it just keep adding the requisition for the rounds
No, add
for every
more.
clip?
Yeah, for every clip.
Okay, so every clip is just whatever the it's for the clip. All right, great. So
Plus the backpack stuff.
I'm gonna have to get more backpacks.
So what's the plus thing you add because you have
So the
heavy-
Kraken rounds is 5 requisition.
No, it's 15. Look in the errata.
Damn it, Rada. All right, so 15 for Kraken rounds, right? And that's then 24. What's it called, right? The backpack, so that'd be 35. Now, if I want a second clip of that, do I need to add 35, or is it just another 15?
No, it's plus whatever you add for the heavy rounds.
Okay, so plus 15. Okay. It's, thanks for this. Where are the special rounds in the errata?
Page 3.
Oh, wow, all the way up to page 10. That might be why. Armory. Ah. Okay, in that case, yeah. Thank you.
Also, just going to throw it out. The sacred oils you like are 20 requisition.
Thank you. And you said if my other character doesn't need anything, I can use it. I can move requisition points from each character.
Yeah, you can pool it
Thank
together
you.
if you want.
Yeah. That would help. That way I don't have to like deal with. So you said those oils is 10,
There's 20.
20. Thank you. 20.
So in the book for requisition, the genophage just says NA. Ticket, we can't get that.
They might be not available.
What's the page on that?
72. Core book.
Yep. Yeah, the reason why it doesn't have any requisition thing is because it needs to be tailor made against something. Like it's a second sentence in the fluff text of it. So basically, you need to know what you're fighting, maybe capture some sample of what you're fighting, and then if you go back again, then you can have the custom genophage. Load up your weapons with that and just blast the shit out of everything. And then because you don't really know what you're going to be fighting, like the information that you have on hand is, question marks. Then it's kind of hard to figure out what you're going to tailor the toxins for.
Guess I'll just get a bunch of melta bombs then.
How much were they again?
25.
25 each. Yeah, melee users don't really need a lot of equipment. I'll definitely pick up a Homer beacon. A teleport Homer, sorry.
And the thing as well is that you don't have to spend all of your requisition points right in this very moment. You can always, save them for later, and then if you need something, provided that you still manage in contact with orbit, you can requisition some stuff down.
That's good. All right, I'll save the rest of it. Sounds good.
Provided you can, reach the drop point, and the drop point isn't in the middle of the ocean or some such.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone else already get a teleport Homer?
I have not gotten one.
I have. Do you need one?
I was gonna say if we already have one, then I'm gonna get one.
Yeah, I have one on both of my characters just in case.
I mean, if that's the case, then between both of mine, I could get 5 melta bombs.
There you go. Fucking blow up the world.
Granted, they have 5 melta bombs to give me.
Yeah, I think.
How do they have
there
5
is
melta bombs already?
enough I think it's enough in the armory to have that.
All right. I think I'm ready. I wish there was more equipment we can choose from.
Well, once you stop being a scrub, then you get some more stuff.
You're right about that.
From my point of view, we're gonna be scripts for a while, because all the shit I want is too fancy.
Yeah, it always is fancy, isn't it? All right, I am ready. 10, 20.
I'm most of the way down and still need to spend a little bit.
How much did you
Wow,
say
you there?
Kraken rounds were?
Kraken rounds. Do you have a heavy bolter or a regular bolter?
Regular.
15 per clip. Depending on how many clips you want, it's 15 per.
I'll get some of those.
They're really good. It's half range, but you get the 8 pen.
My apothecary started with a weapon selector, which means I can load in 3 different types of ammo and swap between them whenever
Nice.
I want.
Well, lucky you. If you want, look at Hellfire rounds. It's
Yeah.
a single shot, but they are very good at penetrating, I believe. Let me see, where is this page? Yeah, Hellfire ignore armor and inflicts righteous fury on any damage. It's a 9 or a 10
Ignores natural armor.
natural, which most Xenos have natural armor, I think.
Yeah, I'll get a clip of those. How much requisition is it?
Those are 25. but they are only a single fire, which means you basically have a whole clip of them. You can, like what's the bolter's clip size?
Let me check.
They
I don't have that written down yet. I have to finish the bolter info.
What's the page number on those?
Page number is 160.
No, it's only when you use it with a heavy bolter that it's single fire. Otherwise, you can use it with whatever other
Oh.
bolter.
Okay, so yeah, I apologize. Then yeah, you can straight up go full auto with it, and
Okay.
they're really good at, like I said, ignoring armor and natural armor. So most creatures, if you don't see armor on them, you shoot them. You can ask Hellforge, like, can I see armor on them?
Suddenly, everything turns into Necrons.
Hey. I didn't know it only applied to Heavy Bolt. That sucks.
Also, Kraken Round is plus 50% range, not half the
Oh,
range.
plus, sorry. That's even better. Even better.
Yeah, so if a weapon has a range of 100, then it's 150 with Kraken rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then pen 8.
Yeah, so yeah, they're really good. I would say use your Hellfire first. And then, you actually, Manos, not Manos, Oreo, since if you have the money, just get full 2 clips of Hellfire, just better than Kraken. I know, for anything that's not a heavy bolter. The single fire was for every weapon, but if it's not, Hellfire will just eat through, enemies with armor.
Yeah. Let's see.
Unless you're fighting other Space Marines, that way kind of fucked.
Well, I can have all three. I can have normal, Kraken, and Hellfire. So
yeah,
I was gonna
sounds good.
get all three of them, and I'll be covered.
Yeah, I've got 2 of these.
Perfect.
2 mags of Kraken and 2 mags of Hellfire.
All right, sounds good to me. I am ready. Traffic, you good with your melta bombs?
Yep.
Always.
All right, I think I'm ready.
Let me get my 2 tabs open.
Yeah, I'm glad I basically brought the same thing I did last time.
Oh, you guys got mines? You brought mines last time, right?
Yep, I have mines.
Yeah, cool. I don't have any more. I have like 10 more requisition. The fucking crack rounds for heavy bolter are stupid expensive. Hellforge, can I get a signature war gear for Kraken rounds? Or no, that's you cannot use special ammunition, right?
Nope.
What about for the back? Can I use the backpack as special for war gear or no?
You
So I don't have to
already
pay
have
20?
that. You already have that.
Yeah, but I don't want to pay 20 every time. Wait, if I have the backpack,
So I don't think it's because you have to acquire a new backpack all the time. I think I said this the last time as well. It's because the caliber of the bolter is different for the heavy bolter as opposed to the normal like 0.75 bolt that everyone else is using. You have a larger caliber one, which is why they cost more.
But 20 more? That's crazy.
Welcome to 40.
Damn heavy bolter bullshit. I have to kill him.
I just realized I never got a token for my backup.
So far on Superior, all I'm
token?
is 5 extra frag grenades, 5 extra grenades, 2 magazines, crack and hellfire, melt a bomb, and a pricing.
What do you mean by token traffic?
For on the map. I don't know how else to
Oh,
explain token.
thanks for reminding me. Do I even have one for my character, my regular character? Nope. I probably should do that.
Yeah, you do.
That's Hellforge gave that to me.
I mean, it's still a token.
I know. I'm gonna go look one up.
Oh yeah, I need to roll my power armor history real quick. That shouldn't take too long.
That's easy. It's on the rights of what's it called?
Yeah, I have the page numbers
Rights of
already.
battle. All right, great. Oops. All right, should be good.
What do you guys think?
Where is it? Down there. The fuck is that?
It's a salamander.
God damn it. Okay, my character name's not showing up, and it was something I had to check. I don't see it. Elvor, can you do your GM voodoo and make my name show up?
Yes.
Thank you very
All
much.
right. What the fuck is that token you have?
Thank you. That's what we're all thinking.
Who, me?
You know, I think you went
Really?
off the deep end with the Kool-Aid.
Who me? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a black salamander.
So stupid. Damn it.
I don't see the issue. They're both salamanders. They're both black.
Is that a black salamander? That looks more like blue or something. I don't know what the fuck that looks like.
I'm honestly afraid. But then again, I always am. Let's do this.
Ready?
All right, Mom, but do you need a hot second for a token?
Put it on Discord so you can see it better.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that.
I've got a
It'll give me
token.
some nightmares.
I'm gonna upload the token in a few seconds. I am rolling up my power armor history though.
I think it's like roll a d10 and then another d10. 2d10.
Oh yeah, speaking of power armor, I need to roll,
Everybody
See
forgot
what
about their
mine-
power armor?
see what mine does on this mission.
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. You have one of those special things where you have to roll it before you start.
Yeah, I gotta roll a d5 and see what it does.
Good luck. Hope you get something good.
Only one of them is bad.
Well, was that a bad one?
They have +5 strength.
That's not bad.
Yeah, 1 is a ballistic. 2 weapon. 3 is strength. 5 is -10.
Oh, I have to remember I get +1 initiative from here, and I get +2 initiative from there.
Right, you need help with your power armor then.
Hold on, I'm gonna upload this first.
I don't know if you want to know. I got paranoia on my Devastator. If you ever want to use that health forge, as in if something is about to pop up, you want to let me know. I would much appreciate it.
You know, I could do that. Or I could just roll on a secret GM roll and see if you notice something.
Oh,
Which I think would be funnier.
Me, but I'm paranoid. I notice everything.
Not everything.
I got this siege spec as well, so I'm looking through walls looking for shit. I don't trust the world.
Yeah,
The world
good
has
luck.
I
betrayed
got
me.
one of them too.
I've got a breaching auger. I can see in walls too.
You just have to break down the walls, huh?
Don't need the siege aspect. There's no walls left.
You're right about that. What about the remains of the walls? Can't see through those. Unless you break through them as well. Just keep crushing the wall until it disappears into dust.
Alright, Mombo. Have you rolled
And
the
I'm also
D10
bringing
yet
along the
to see which?
Yeah, I rolled 2d10. I guess we'll go with the first one first.
Yeah, so you get one which is Maximus armor. And then you roll. See, that's Maximus is. That's free history. So give me just a sec.
So with
So
3
you
history,
roll 3d5.
you're gonna have a real history on that. So 3, 2, and 4. So I think all of them are in the rites of passage. You can check. It's a little table. Where is my rites of battle? It's our rites of battle, not rites of passage.
Alright, so
did
now
you-
you roll 3d10 for the tables. First one is legend. 154.
Cool.
Yes, you just roll 3d10 and then we take it from there.
5. So
So-
5, 4, or 6, right? So you can have 3 of those. You can have the 3 to 7. So Emperor's Finest, Undefeated, or Last Survivor, whichever one you want. Only one though.
Alright, what page are those on?
160, 155, 155. So Legends of War. Right, that's the first one. So on Legends of War, since you rolled a 5, I think Helford said we can go 1 up or 1 down. And since 5 is right in the middle, so you can go with 5, which is Undefeated, or you can go with Emperor's Finest or Last Survivor. Like the Last Survivor, you get an extra fate point.
Alright, let me see.
So Legends of War, which is 312 tables.
I think Last Survivor is the one I'll go with. So that's the, is that the first thing I write down for power armor history?
Yeah, so the first one would be Last Survivor and just be like +1 fate beginning of mission. So this fate point will not reset, I think, when we end, every time. It only resets at the end of the mission.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That's the one caveat. But I mean, you have an extra fate point basically throughout the mission, which is really nice. For the second one, you rolled in the battle scars table, and you rolled an 8, which kind of gets you stuck with only one thing, which is battered by war. You get plus 10 intimidate, but a minus 5 charm tests. And that's the table right before that one. If you want to look at it, it's battered by war 7 through 9.
All right, cool.
And last but not least, we are at the skills of the artificer, and you rolled a 3. Yeah, you rolled a 3, which lets you get cannibalized Mark 8 elements or a Mark 7 elements. And those all do a bunch of different things, so you might want to look through those.
Yeah.
So 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I got the Mark 8 elements on mine and ended up with the Mark 8 chess piece.
I think the Mark 8 is the strongest.
It is, but it limits what helmets you wear.
Mm.
It's just got a huge foregrip, I think. And for
I
a
think
huge neck and certain helmets you can't wear with it.
I'll do a Mark 7 just to be safe because there's a lot of really cool apothecary helmets that I want to get later.
All right, cool. Yeah. So roll that d10. Yeah, it looks like that's the safest bet. 7. Oh, you got yourself a 10 AP body piece from the Aquila. Got a Mark 7 Aquila armor.
Aqua.
Aquila? What? No, it's Aquila. Shut up.
No, it's Aqua.
Aquila. There's no Aqua. Aquila? It's Aquila. Well, no, it's Aquila. A little Spanish on your ass. Even though I'm not Spanish. All right. I think you're set. Did you do yours one? Nash?
What?
Your history?
Oh yeah, mine's been done for
Oh,
ages.
okay. Just making sure. And I assume traffic you've done that with that too.
Done with what?
Your power armor history.
Yeah.
All right, great. All right, so I think we might actually be ready.
Oh, where are the Maximus armor that is that in the core book or in this book?
Maximus armor? I have no idea.
Okay, never mind. I found it. We're good to go.
All right.
All right. So I think everything is ready then.
Everything is ready.
If not, well, fuck it, we'll do it live. All right. So you are all assembled again after you have taken the time to figure out your equipment, and then you are ushered into the chapel where the chaplain is holding service, and yeah, you are all led before the altar, take a knee, and swear the oath to succeed in the mission. So, first of all, who is going to be squad lead for this?
Oh, I have not looked at my new abilities. Who had the extra renown last time? That was nice. You guys want to do that?
Yeah, Oath
Yes.
of Glory is the extra renowned one, I think.
Yeah, unless you guys want to try something else, because what page were all those? Because now we have basically each character, right? Do you remember what page that was on, Mamba?
I do not remember. I'm trying to find it now.
I'm looking for it as well. 228, I think. Preparation. Oath taking, there it is. Page 228 and 229. So
Traffic went with the salamander for backup. What chapter is y'all's backup?
So we have Oath of Knowledge, which gives us plus 10 to weapon skill and battle ballistic skill, and versus a chosen enemy, so we can choose like one of the main enemies we fight, and we can reroll psychic phenomena, which might be good for you guys. Other than that, we have, I think the best one might be the Renown. So Renown or extra weapon skill / ballistic.
I'm good with going for renown.
So the thing with the Oath of Knowledge is the fact that you don't know what you're going to be fighting, so you have to swear and select in advance. You can't drop to the surface and be like, "Yo, that's the thing we're going to fight right there."
Can
You
we
need to know
ask,
that.
what we're fighting from the commanders and stuff?
What you have been told and what they are willing to share is what you have in the document.
So nothing. All right. So then in that case, yeah, because like last time, because I did the whole research thing, I was able to tell what we're fighting, at least for the most part. So that
No,
might have been nice.
you were able to tell some stats that I would have kept secret otherwise.
In that case, I want more
The
renown.
mission brief was already included. Tyrannid was
Okay.
overrunning the planet.
In that case, yeah. I mean, I think renown. Yeah, unless anybody else wants something. All good.
All right, so a tactical assault is going to be lead for that one then.
So whoever has tactical or assault, step up. And whoever has more, I think fellowship helps or something like that.
I can go for leader with Oreo.
There you go.
Traffic, do you want to give this a shot as well, or should we let Oreo take it again?
Oreo can do it.
All right.
Alright, so what will be our cohesion for this run?
I am looking that up right now. Funny thing is, we have been doing this enough time, and I still can't figure out which page is on.
Yeah, give us like 100 cohesion. That should be enough.
How about 2?
That's a big difference from 100. You know.
I have.
How about we go in the middle? 48.
What's your willpower? Sorry, what's your fellowship bonus?
My fellowship bonus is 3.
All right, so you start with 3. Do you have? You're still rank 1, so you don't get that. Do you have the command skill?
Let me check.
Do you have anybody else with more than 3? That's a tactical or a submarine.
I do have the command skill.
No.
All right, so if you're leading this, you have 4 cohesion points total.
I mean, my salamander has 4 and has command.
That's 5. So I mean, we can let your salamander go fire shit up. Take the oath of glory. Is that good with everyone? Get 5 cohesion.
I'm fine with that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Traffic, take the lead.
Did you decide to go with the Blood Raven for the librarian?
Me?
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, but a lot of the Blood Raven was just a lot of things about asking questions about the future. And I went with Blood Angels because they have a lot of melee weapon things. So if anybody approaches me, I can smack them in the face with a giant breaching auger. And I still have things like the Blood Lance.
So now we got 4 Blood Angels in the squad.
Okay.
4. What is it? 4 Blood Angels, and then 2
Dark Angel. Dark, yeah.
And then 2 successor chapter with it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. All right. So if everyone's happy with this, the squad lead is Pyriel and the oath is Oath of Glory, and we can get started, I think. All right, so as you're loaded into the drop pod after swearing the oath before the chaplain, does anyone want to go without helmet for this mission? Or are
I
you all
will.
playing it safe? Which one?
Both.
All right. Bold choice there. Let's see if it pays off.
Fuck. I was just thinking my goddamn psyker's gonna blow his head off.
You know, I really want more renown, but it's not worth the risk.
We have a healer now, right? Which one of you is healer?
I'm a healer.
Alright, great. I'm gonna stick right next to you.
Well, you can only be first aided once every 24 hours, so GG.
You know what?
You're just grouping up, making it easier for AoE.
I'll just carry a few spare heads into combat in case yours gets blown off.
Guess
I
I'll
appreciate that. I do appreciate that.
Take
That would
that.
work if we were playing orcs.
Yep, that's very true.
If for some reason we get like a whole total party kill, then we should play like orc Deathwatch.
All right, so the ship gently slides into orbit, and as you see through the embarkation deck, what little you can see through the viewports, the planet itself is mainly a varying shade of green, with some dark blue and gray spotted here and there for good measure, but the dominant color is green. Some, inland oceans and the good stuff. And you're all stowed into the drop pod. And as you're climbing in, you see Hostus and his team climb into another one in the next berth.
This asshole again.
Yeah, he's leading his own squad now because he got promoted last time.
Fuck he do? Didn't he blow himself up? Or was that someone else?
Oh, that was the Psyker.
Damn it, he did nothing.
No, he did what every good leader does. He was leading.
He was telling other people to go kill themselves.
I mean, that's what good leaders do. But yes, you briefly see him as he loads his squad into the other drop pod, and then both of you are shot out simultaneously. And while you are going to, equator, he's going to the deep south to conduct another mission over there. And you spend some time in the drop pod, maybe like a good 15-20 minutes, just increasingly bumpy ride as you hit the atmosphere. And just before you're all
What is that
killed in a
noise?
massive kinetic explosion, the retro thrusters fires as hard as they can to stop you from dying horribly, and merely just bone-shattering impact as the drop pod slams down into the swamplands. And the moment it lands, the restraints release and the doors blow outwards, and you run down the ramps into a greenish, hellish wasteland filled with unending banks of steam. So visibility is quite literally zero. You can barely see the hand in front of you as you run down the ramp and look around. And because you're in the middle of essentially a fog bank of steam or steam bank, the ambient temperature is registering high enough that your armor integrity is starting to flash yellow. Okay, you have now safely arrived on the planet, or quote unquote safely to the planet. And from what you can tell by the linked map you have, you are roughly like, maybe a couple of hours walk from where you're supposed to be.
All right, so I suppose Oreo and Alfie at least will start heading in the direction warily, assuming you guys are all coming along.
Safrio's got an auger array if you want me to take point with him.
That was an excellent decision. I almost brought one myself.
I have one as well.
I've got it built into me.
Now I
That was
feel
one of my
great for just
cybernetics.
getting-
Oh, I don't have an auger array. I have a siege auger, so I can see through things. I don't have an array, unfortunately.
I've got both. I've got a siege auger and an auger array.
Well, I guess you better have nice perception.
Is the auger the way it works? Is it like an upgraded version of an Auspex scanner?
It does everything an Auspex can, and I got the exceptional version, so I get to reroll perception tests while using it.
All right, that's
Nice.
that's great.
Oh, I don't get my plus 10 to fucking seeing because I don't have my helmet on.
And so the area that we're walking on, I may be visualizing it wrong. I'm imagining knee deep in water and there's steam everywhere, or is there more to it than that?
It is essentially pools of knee-deep water with the occasional rise, surface level rise, where the vegetation have banked up basically. But then most of it is basically just knee-deep water, and it's slow going because of the soft ground underneath. Like the lake bed itself is very soft, so it's hard for you to move around with the heavy weight of your armor.
Is
So
there
it's a
any?
bit slow going, and it's yep.
Oh, sorry, I was gonna ask. Is there any vegetation or anything like that?
Yeah, so there is the normal vegetation growing on the water itself, and some leaves and reeds and stuff. But there is also mangrove trees growing from the water and the earthy surface of it as well. So there is vegetation here, but the immediate area where the pod landed is pretty much just flat in knee-deep water. But you see, as you walk north a bit, you start coming across more vegetation, and the further you go, the more and more solid ground it is, and the more trees you have. But yeah, there is vegetation. So in this immediate area, it's been scalded because of the steam. So hopefully that helped. I don't have a clear visual idea of it myself.
Oh yeah, no, that's great. I have a good idea of what we're dealing with. So yeah, we're gonna make our way through in the general direction of where we believe the point we should rendezvous at is.
Yes, that's the general idea of it. Also, I'm glad you mentioned it, Aaron, because you're going without helmets and you are currently walking in steam. So I need both your characters to do a tough +10 toughness.
Do I have to?
Yes. If you don't, then I do, and my rolls are usually more worse than yours.
Oh, God.
All right, you succeed, but the skin of the face and the head on both your characters are it stings, and you are pretty much just red as a tomato by the time you walk out of the fog bank or the steam bank, as the skin has been almost boiled.
I yell at the top of my lungs, "Glory to the Emperor!" and charge forward.
Oh shit, he's a Tau sympathizer. Kill him.
How's that?
Well, it's the Imperium, not the Empire.
You know what? Don't know my words. I said
Well-
Emperor, not the Empire. I said Emperor.
Well, it didn't sound like
Glory
it
to the Emperor.
Regardless of which, now that you have been bellowing loudly and proudly and you're storming off towards the general direction, things are
As my
happening.
face is burning.
Yes.
I was about to use a fate point today before we even start.
I mean, could have been.
I know.
Alright, so it takes you about... Takes you about maybe 20 minutes or so to walk, to clear the fog, the steam banks enough, and dredging through the swamp waters to where you get to a place where the ground becomes a bit more solid and a bit easier to walk with. And there's also a bunch of mangrove trees here. And I would like all of you to make a minus 10 sight-based awareness. So plus 10 total for all of you if you're using the helmet.
I get a
Sorry,
plus here because I
or
don't
total.
have. Well, it's plus 10 because we have senses from our cybernetics, right? And the helmet can add more. Not all helmets do add more, I think.
So, all right, you figure it out on your own. It's the test is minus 10 as base, and then whatever it is with your stuff.
I should have had that helmet.
Hold on to your backup characters as well.
I rolled both of my
It's
checks.
20, right?
This
Sorry,
is
what did you say,
impressive.
Travis?
The helmet gives 20, right?
I don't know. I think
Depends on the
so.
helmets. You have plus 10 from heightened senses, sight and hearing, so you automatically get plus 10, so it's a plus 0, and then you can check your helmets, and some of them give plus 15, some of them give plus 20, some of them give plus 10. I mean, realistically,
What's your armor mark that you have?
I have. Manos has Mark 8 Errant with improved MK6 biomonitors.
so Mark 8 is a plus 10. A biomonitor is
So-
on effect sight. So just you have a total of plus 10 traffic. Because you have auto sense, which is a plus 10. And then you get plus 10 from heightened senses, and then you get minus.
Yeah, so it's a plus 10 total.
So all of you should have plus 10 except me, because unless you have, tier 6 armor, which is a plus 15. Well, plus.
Then Imperial has the Aquila armor.
Quilla is,
Which is 10.
plus 10 as well. Yep. Come on, one of us
All right.
has to be.
Is anyone gonna fate point, or are we rolling with this?
Oh, we got it. Ariel can see things.
All right. Who is?
Oh, someone else can see things as
Imperial.
well.
Imperial succeeded.
we get this.
Manos
Yes,
failed.
afternoon.
All right.
Holy shit. We can see, well, they can see.
All right. So as you're walking, starting walk up onto slightly firmer land than what you've been trudging through this up to this, when the trees and undergrowth starts becoming a bit thicker, you see, and the steam banks have been cleared enough now that it's not scalding hot anymore. It's merely just dense fog, which is why you had the minus 10 there, because of the fog, limited vision. But yeah, you see in the underbrush, maybe 10, 15 meters away from from Imperial and staff. Both of you see some long snake-like creature resting under a bush with its eyes closed up, seemingly eyes closed at least. It doesn't look like it's noticed you yet, but it's hard to tell. And you can only see like the front bit of it. The rest is covered by a bush or some form of vegetation at least.
How big is it?
So from nose to like tip of the nose to like the back of the eyes, where the eyes is, like it's about a meter that you can see resting underneath undergrowth.
With my specs, can I see how big it is completely?
Yeah, I do believe that's a tech use.
Can I sneak him and just fucking smack him in the back with a breaching auger?
Sure.
Happy.
Roll me a silent move.
I have the cloak thing. Does that work
Yeah,
or
that
no?
doesn't do for silent move. It's for concealment, not silent
Oh,
move.
fuck you. Guys, I made
And I
a
do
mistake.
believe the power armor is a -20 for
It doesn't.
silent move.
It doesn't do anything. -3.9. Oh, I just walk up to it clanking and just smack it.
Yeah, I know because of the backpack armor. Sorry,
No,
the
no,
backpack.
I'm talking about. This is my psyker.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying because of the power pack of the armor, you get an automatic like minus to the silent move because of the thrumming of the pack as the power
Didn't know
source
that.
is. Now, I know it's in somewhere because I've seen it. I just can't fucking remember where it
Things
is.
I should know before I do things.
Yes. But hey, it might roll terribly. Let's see. Lad, what? Oh yes, tech use. Yeah, you can't. It's too much interference from everything around you. Like it's too much like pulling attention from
Too
the
much fog.
aspect, so you can't get a good read.
Right. What do you guys want to do with this thing?
All right. So as you're clanking up towards it, it doesn't seem to notice you, which is supremely odd considering how fucking loud you are. But yeah, it has a terrible awareness and perception, and yeah, it rolled super high. So yeah, it completely clueless. So if you want to slap
Do I
it,
get to just automatically just hit it silently with my
no.
weapon?
No, you
Oh.
don't auto hit anything in this game. You have to roll for it, but you get a +30 because it's unaware of you.
Okay, I got Oh god.
Now that's impressive.
That is. Do I jam my fucking breaching auger?
No,
Because
you
that's a
only
jam.
jam.
I know, it's a
the-
joke, but it's kind of fucking hilarious. The
But
first
you
time
do
I've gotten a jam.
You do slam into the tree next to it instead, and it starts like you would wake a cat, like shake it when it's sleeping.
I mean,
Like
I
it
think the tree
starts and
goes
then
down. To be
Oh, yeah,
fair, I think the tree goes down.
yeah, the tree topples over backwards, like away from you, from where you're striking, because you were probably striking at like a slight diagonal.
Fucking
Yeah, the
sleeping
tree topples,
creature.
and then because of the massive tree falls over, causes a bunch of noise. Then everything who wasn't alert to your presence somehow are now very
Uh,
aware that there's some bullshit going.
Does this count as a charge? Because I do get a plus for charging at it.
No, you got plus because it was surprised.
Yeah, I know,
because
but
it was
do I get a
unaware of you.
charge for do I get a
You
plus for
never said
charging at
you
it?
were charging. You never
Oh,
said you were charging it. So I think it's about time we roll initiative, y'all.
sorry, guys. I apologize. think I don't fucked up. Can I have my tokens? There they are. All right, let's roll for you. You get a thing. Ooh. Oh, those are two different rolls.
So is this roll for both characters or individual?
Now you have to click on your token and then roll again for each character. You forgot to add your agility bonus.
Oh shit.
The second time you did, but I doubt you did.
I
You
added the
just-
agility. I added the initiative bonus for my armor.
Did you just get rid of the turn order, Hellforge, or is it just
Or what?
the turn order is gone?
Are you sure? Because it's up on my screen.
I don't see.
It's
Mine
off
is
for
blank.
me too. It may be because we switched maps.
Yeah. Still
How
blank.
about now?
It's blank.
God.
Either
fucking
way,
damn.
they both be 14 since I both got a +4.
Nope. We could start over. Just we already have the number, so we just re-roll and then add the right. Yeah. And we'll show the one. There's another character.
Oh, there they are. Oh, never mind. They're all 0.
He put them all at 0, so we can just put our numbers in. Mine was 8 and
Yeah, if you right click on your token, you can. I think you can add it to the turn order yourself. But I did that for you. So you just add in your number again.
you just do. You can put on the turn order. Just click on your name and then press enter after the number. It should change it. Oh, look at how a bush has turn order.
Wait, what?
I like how a bush has.
There's trees with turn order.
Oh, those trees are the bushes. I thought
It's
they were
just like
bushes.
Vietnam.
Oh, the Bethesda conference just started.
Well, I was gonna put them on the map layer, and instead I got on the token tracker. So
I am ready.
I think So place yourselves, everyone other than Sam, because you were up and about smacking some crocodiles, or whatever the hell these are.
What direction were we walking?
Staff was on using it.
We were walking from the south to the north.
You got real close with me, huh?
Alright, I think I'm good.
That was a stupid one, huh? Thanks, guy.
All right. So yeah, Sam, you're apparently the first one up. Seeing as you
After
already fucked
failing.
over the tree. Yeah,
Alright.
you somehow get a chance again.
Do I get another bonus to that or no?
Yeah, you get absolutely no bonuses whatsoever. Because now
Can I
it's
see any
aware
other
of you.
snakes or any other creatures to attack? Or is it just this one in front of me?
Well, minus 10 awareness.
God damn it. Okay. What does that say? God,
Minus 7. Minus 0.7.
I assume I don't see anything. Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna go and smack him. Do an assassin strike on him with my breaching auger. So I'm gonna attack him regularly. Hopefully I make it. So he said plus nothing, right? Really, game? Really? This shit.
Yeah, so it's plus 10 to hit because of the
Oh, well,
size.
it's 6.8. Literally two opposite god in a row.
Well, at
And
least you hit it.
ooh, oh yes, that will be a 52.
No, it's not.
He dodged it. And he.
Yes, he
All right, then
did
can I
a
try
sweet
and?
barrel roll out of the way.
I did the assassin strike, which means if I roll acrobatics, I can back up. Can I try that?
Yes, let me have a quick look. Yeah, it only says like successful melee attack, so it doesn't have to be like an all-out attack or anything. So yeah, you can
Any
assassin
melee
strike.
attack. Yeah. A question with this is, I still have half an action. Can I use my psychic powers or no? I cannot attack again, right?
No,
I'll
no,
just
you
back
can't
up right.
attack again.
I'll back up right next to you guys. Hi. Oh, this is yep. Hi guys.
Yeah, so after a successful acrobatics, you can move your half move as a free
Mm-hmm.
action, and opponents don't get a free attack.
Yes, correct. That's what. It's really nice. I don't know if any of you are blood angels, but that is super.
Well, thankfully, you're in charging distance now, so good on you.
You know, we get double team here, so
Good luck with that. All right, Zap, your turn.
hey, you can charge him. You know where he actually does he know where everybody is because he rolled so high?
Yeah, you see, as the tree falls down, and you look around with that 5 degrees of success, you see a bunch of eyes sticking out of the water, and your helmet immediately acquires a target lock on several of them.
Saf's gonna fire his bolter.
At which one?
This one up here.
All right, yeah, go for it. So it's plus 10 to hit for size, plus whatever else you have bonus wise.
Since he can see it, can we all see where they are?
So what did you add on that? Because the modifiers doesn't look right.
Did you do a full auto attack?
Now single shot.
Ah, that might be why.
So single shot +0, +10 for size, +10 for short range, because you're not in point blank. So it should be +20 total if you did a single shot.
He still didn't make it.
Yeah, by 1.1
yeah.
degree.
Which
Yeah,
means
so
it
you
could.
shoot the bush, the bush next to it. All right, Vlad, your turn. You have a single crocodile or a crocodile-like creature in front of you, and then to the right of you, you have a whole heap of them, like a veritable smorgasbord of nonsense, potential handbags and shoes.
Vlad is charged.
Good idea. He cannot dodge.
All right. So yeah, you charge the thing, and it doesn't look happy that you're invading its space right now.
We're still in solo mode, right?
As far as I know, yeah.
Alright, so I use my wings of angels.
All right. So yeah, again, +10 for the size, plus whatever you do for your crazy stuff.
Fear charge. If you have the fear charge or whatever. Berserking charge.
All right, so you give it a proper slash. At 17, which is front right arm, or front right leg.
Crap, I didn't write it down. Does anybody know if Wings of Angels is a D5 or a D10?
For what?
I think it's a D5. Wings of Angels, I get a.
Oh, I had that up 2 seconds ago. Give me
It's
one.
a D5.
D5.
Did you do a pilot test?
Yeah, so it's a +0 pilot test. And if you succeed, you add a D5 to any melee, D5 damage. So +0 pilot first. You wanna fate point that?
Not this early.
All right. Yeah, so no extra, but it was impressive nonetheless how you managed to just speed run the whole way and slash the crocodile thing. Right, so front right leg has that, and you have what, and 3, right? All right, yeah, so you give it a good slash in the leg, and it roars in pain. And yeah, you see, as you're standing there, do you want to do anything else, or is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, you see, as it smells the blood and tastes the blood in the humid air, you see its eyes glaze over and it starts frothing at the mouth. And you know, because you have seen this too many times yourself, that this creature is now frenzied. All right,
You
Alf,
can't dodge.
your turn.
All right, and just to be clear, these tokens are these individual creatures or hordes?
The one you're fighting up there is individual. The one to the right is a horde.
Okay. So Alfheim will toss a frag grenade to the horde on the right side. So I'll roll ballistics now.
All right.
I'll go ahead and fate point that. Whew.
That's cutting it close.
Alright, so I still roll damage to see if it gets through, right?
Yeah, for this creature, they do have some shenanigans with them. But yeah, you easily break through whatever nonsense they may or may not have. So yeah, they take what's the blast of this? Is 4, I think.
4, unless he gets plus something from his trapped.
No, I don't think any one of you have the thing that modifies explosive. I think it's only Tech Marines that gets that at some point.
No. I have it for my what's it called, Devastator.
Yeah, it's blast 4, so you take 4 points of magnitude damage. I suppose plus 5 total because of the explosive weapon, so it adds another.
I have the Bethesda conference on my other monitor. I look over, they're showing off blades.
Right, is that your turn?
Yep, that's it for me.
Cool.
Miles, didn't you get double team?
Yeah.
Alright, buddy, look up there.
We'll
Might as
call
well use it.
around.
Now we got double team too, so that'll give us a plus 20.
Yeah, both my guys have it.
Oof. Who is he going for?
Well, it's a horde, so all of you.
He's not touching me over here.
I mean, he could hiss angrily at you.
Okay.
Right, so let's do it in order. Ariel. Oh, fucking wiggling the token. I see that shit.
That's an accident.
So, Pariel, Saf, and Alf, you are the ones in range, so you 3 get the first 3 attacks. In that order, from bottom clockwise to the top.
Good luck, guys.
You know, that is surprisingly terrible.
For us, you mean?
No, for me. So, Saf and Alf, you can either try to. Actually, no, you can't because it's Horde. As the slavering jaws of insanity is trying to bite at you from various angles. So I think at least one of them jumps up at Seth, and yeah, one of them managed to bite down on your helmet as it rears up and jumps, leaps at you, and it bites on your helmet, because that's a headshot right there. So what's the armor on your helmet right now?
15 total.
All right. So no, what's your actual armor, not the
Actual
toughness
armor
included?
7.
All right. So 10 free. What's your toughness? With your unnatural included.
Uh,
So it's 8 toughness because you
Yeah,
have
it's
40
8.
toughness and then times 2, so 8. So yeah, you take 3 points of damage as the chief sinks into and crushes the helmet around you, and maybe like one of the lower jaw chief managed to pierce the soft material just underneath in the gorg and punches through and nicks your throat. It's tricky, this one, because they have primitive, right? So all the actual armor points are doubled. So there's a bit more complicated math here. But yeah, from that attack you take 3 points damage. And then we had for Alf, you take 19. So 92. What's your leg armor?
9.
Right, so that's 9 times 2 is 18. 18 minus 3 is 15. What's your toughness? I don't think 4 points of damage go through your unnatural toughness, right?
No.
All right, yeah. So one of the bigger ones in the crowd managed to like snatch your leg and shake it a bit, and you feel the pressure through the armor itself, but it doesn't manage to pierce it, even though it has a good grip on you and releases again. Right, and because it has 2 more attacks, it's gonna do. I'll do 2d3. All right, so both attacks unfortunately go on Alpha because it can attack a number of times equal to its magnitude, and it doesn't have to split the attacks if it wants. I'm just being a bit generous and splitting, and now I made the dice decide which one I'm attacking. Yeah, so the second attack there managed to go through as well. See if the damage does anything. And what's your 72? What's your 72? That's the right leg. So what's the armor on your right leg? It's 18, right? Like 9 plus times 2.
Total is 17 for me.
I forgot about something.
Yeah, so what's your total
Okay, never
armor?
mind.
Sorry, what are you rolling for now?
I forgot on the Mark 8 or where I've got the Mark 8 chest plate. Any attacks that hit the head, I roll a d10 on an 8, 9, or 10. The attack gets deflected to the body. But I got a 5, so it doesn't matter.
Right, Alf. What's your armor on the leg? Armor itself, not the rest of it.
The armor is 9.
All right, so 18. 18 minus 2 is 16. So 26 minus 16, that's 10 damage. What's your toughness, including toughness bonus, like the unnatural?
Unnatural toughness is 8.
All right, so you take 2 points of damage if I've done the math right. As this one, another one grabs at your leg and starts biting, and the chief of it like sinks through the armor enough to nick the leg. Right, another horde, a small group of them appears, surfaces, sees all of you just hanging out over there, and it's gonna charge you as well. And yeah, now that you can see them a bit better, they have 4 legs and lean bodies, and they have like a spined back and a wicked looking tail that could probably do some damage. That was the correct one. Maybe I should look at the fucking thing earlier. But yeah, so Alf, Steph, and Sam are the ones in danger of this one. As I find my right token here. Alright, so from top or from bottom to top clockwise, that would be Alf, Steph, Sam,
So I don't get hit.
and I think so too. Actually, no, you wouldn't be. Actually, yeah, you are adjacent to it, so yeah, you get hit as well.
Is that all trying to hit me?
Nope.
Oh, okay, good.
So the first two attacks hits, which is Alf and Sev. The rest misses. Alright, let's do the math then. Alright, so the first one on Alf is a headshot. So what's your armor on the helmet? Armor itself.
Armor is 8.
Alright, so you have 8, 16. 16 armor minus 2, or minus 3. 6 is 14 armor. And your toughness is 8 total, right?
Yes.
So 13 plus 8. 21.
Yep.
Yeah, so you take 1 point of damage as the chief bites into your helmet as well. And the second attack, which is on Sap, it's a 62, which I think is a body.
Yeah, it's body.
Yeah, Alright, his body. What's your armor itself on the body?
11.
Without doubling it? God damn, man. Have you been sneaking in some extra plates when the tech marines weren't looking? Yeah, so if your armor is 11, then yeah, they don't even bite through your armor, because that's 22. Actually, it just clears the armor, but yeah, it punches a hole through the armor plates, but it doesn't do anything else. So good on you.
Yeah, my body armor is the Mark 8. That's why it's that.
Holy shit. Alright, Manos, it's finally your turn.
Can Imperial activate squad mode since it's not his turn? Still, or can he only activate squad mode when it's his turn?
I mean, I'm looking it up right now, but I think if you want to enter squad, I think you have to do it on your turn. But if you want to activate a specific squad mode ability, then you can do that between turns. I'm looking right now. See if I can figure it out.
Well, I just want to make use of Wrathful Descent, but we have to be in squad mode for it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to speed read through this, but I'm not entirely certain.
I'm gonna take a quick break and get a cup of coffee real quick.
Alright. So it's either full action, so you effectively miss your turn to initiate squad mode. And then alternatively, you can try to enter squad mode as a free action or a reaction with a cohesive challenge. If it fails, then you lose your turn. Or the next turn, if you try to do it as a reaction. And the cohesion challenge is and yeah, you must roll a d10 and you need to roll under equal or less than the current team's cohesion. So if you roll a d5 and you basically need 5 or lower, so you have essentially 50-50 chance of initiate as a free action. But if you fail, then you lose your turn.
And the other
Or
option was I can activate it, but he just automatically forfeits his next turn.
so what you do is you either choose to do your full action as to initiate squad mode, or you do a challenge, which is d10 equal to or lower than current cohesion. And if you use the cohesion challenge, it's either as a reaction or as a free action on your turn, or between turns if you use a reaction. But if you fail, then you give up the current turn or the next turn if you use it as a reaction.
Okay, so the only way to do it early is to do the challenge.
Yeah, if you want to give that a try, you can do that. Otherwise, you're essentially spending your entire turn just standing around, shouting orders at people.
Might just have to not do Wrathful Descent, because I'm thinking with his turn I can hit 2 hordes with 1 flamer. Actually, no, I can't. That was too far.
I mean, if you're not, like, if you don't care about friendly fire, you can hit at least 2.
Nah, that's not a good way to start off.
Yeah, who cares about friendly fire? You know, joking. Actually,
Called friendly
Alf,
for a reason.
when he's attacking, he can move around the horde, right, without taking damage, as long as he's not moving away from it. I would say as soon as it's your turn, Alf, you might want to, move around that horde.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing.
You're in a very bad position right now because I kind of want to also use because Samuel has a flamer attack. Yeah.
Right, Manus, what do you feel like doing here? You have some options.
Thinking about charging that one that's off by itself.
All right. Yeah, you could do that, and if you do, that would prevent it from being able to charge you, so you get the drop on it essentially.
But that also means if I don't kill it, all of its attacks are going to go on me.
Essentially, yes. But then
Which
again,
one are you gonna? Well, which one are you gonna attack, Manos?
The one that's off by itself to the left.
I'm gonna shoot at it if you want. I do 12 damage with all my shots. I do 6 shots and I get +1 damage to each of the shots. So I can unload 12 damage. So if you can do, I don't know how much health it has, but like I said, 12 damage plus whatever you do, we might be able to kill it. And he doesn't look as big as other ones, so.
Oh,
Yeah, Berserk.
You're gonna go before it, so I'm
Yeah,
assuming
exactly.
you're gonna kill it.
Well, I don't know if I will with 12 damage, right? Because I'm saying if you go here, you do a charge attack, that's 12 meters. You can always charge back with your jetpack to to this horde.
Yeah, but if you miss, then I'm gonna.
I won't
get
miss.
hit.
Trust me, I will not miss. He might not die, but I will not miss.
in before weapon, yeah.
Shut up.
Just-
I will re-roll a weapon jam.
I'll just attack the one that's by Pyria. Charge it and attack.
Alright, I will then attack this.
I imagined a Always Sunny in Philadelphia like meme where it's like, trust me, I will not miss, and it says Manos misses. Or Cass misses, whatever.
I will not miss. Why do you guys not believe me?
What's the size bonus?
For this one, it's big.
For this one, for this horde, it's probably plus 30. I don't have the modifier from the top of my head, but yeah, let's call it 30.
There you
And
go.
you're also ganging up, so you get some, I think it's, what, plus
I think it's fine.
Plus 20.
20 or something.
You also,
Yeah.
Did you
So that
charge
would
it?
be- Yeah, I charged it.
So you got a shit ton of damage.
So that would put it at 10.1 degrees.
And remember, you can replace one of your dies with 10.
Oh, it's a horde.
Oh, right. I forget about that.
So it would be 1 attack for every 2 degrees of success.
Yes.
5 hits. Power field ups the damage to each one to 2, so it'd be 10 damage. Then I have Whirlwind of Death, which doubles my damage to magnitude, so that would put it to 20, right?
Yep. Holy shit, you almost took half of the you almost obliterated half the horde single-handedly.
Nice.
20 magnitude was only half? Holy shit.
Almost. They have 50 magnitude.
The big ones. I assume the small ones have. Oh, so the small one will not go down.
Here, I thought that 20 was going to put it in the dirt.
Please. But I do
These are not
believe
chumps.
I do believe this is your turn, right? If you don't have anything else to do.
No, that's it for his turn.
Pyril, your turn.
What's Pyro's range on his flamer?
10 meters.
Can he not move around the horde and use it for like right around here?
You'd have to disengage to not get attacked for moving, I think. And
But it's a horde, so I mean you're already surrounded.
well, yeah, it's difficult. The other thing is if you're I was looking at this for grenade purposes earlier, but if you're engaged in melee, you can only do melee attacks, I think.
Yeah, unless you have a pistol weapon, then you can use that.
Which is why I have the hand flamer instead of the regular flamer.
But yeah, the best you can hope for, flame-wise, would be the one to the north of you as well, but you'll be shooting at least 3 of your own.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot the one that I'm gonna shoot to the right
Alright, so you
and
just
hit the
clip
one
the...
nanos.
Yep. So roll, because you don't need to roll to hit, just roll damage to see if you go through armor and toughness. With yeah, you clear armor and toughness easy. When it comes to breaching augur against horde, you never have to roll that because even my minimal damage is still gonna be more than enough to go through anything. But yeah, you go through, so roll, what is it, d5 plus 3 magnitude damage for the flamer. Actually, did you yeah, roll d5 plus the thing, plus 3. Alright, so they take 5 points of damage. And also, remember you have the shield, right? So whenever something attacks you, you roll a d100 every time. And you want the rating or lower to negate the attack. So remember that for next round when something attacks you.
Yeah, I have it written down. Combat shield rating 25. Then I have it that it's on page 166.
But basically, yeah, every time something attacks you, you roll d100 for every attack. And if it's 25 or less, the attack is negated. If it's, I think the overload is like 1 to 10. And if you roll between 1 and 10, the shield overloads and the force field is depleted until recharge.
So I essentially need 11 to 25.
Yep.
Ideally.
Yep. All right. Crocodile's turn, because everyone likes those. And Vlad seems to be the only one hanging out over there. All right, give me just one moment, because I haven't used, I think I don't have actually used Frenzy in over a year. So let's see, it's plus 10 to weapon, plus 1 to damage. All right. So this walking set of a handbag is gonna take a bite at you, Vlad, and see if it hits.
You can dodge or parry.
Yeah, so if you want, you can try to dodge or parry that, because it's a single creature rather than a horde.
I will fake.
All right. All right, good stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it lashes out at you and tries to grab, like to crush your chest, but yeah, you manage to slap it away.
Oreo, you have a breaching auger? Oh, nice.
And because it is a Xenos, you have to confirm the crit, so yeah, roll the righteous fury. $29 pen and free. Yeah, that poor crocodile expires on the spot as you give it the love tap of a lifetime. 17, so that's one of the legs. So yeah, so you probably like slash off one of its legs and then ram your chainsword into the open wound you left, and it just expires on the spot as you carve up the heart. All right, Cass, your turn.
Oh, I was muted. Sorry. What's the size bonus for that? I want to shoot at the one down, then move up 6 meters with my armor ability.
Oh yeah, so the total bonus would be plus 20,
Plus 20,
everything included.
even for full auto.
So if you're gonna move, it's minus 10. The size is plus 30.
Yeah. Then short
Yeah.
range is also plus 10. Plus 30 total.
Fair enough.
Ooh, very disappointing. That's four damage, I think.
Yep. Yeah, it looks super pissed at you for shooting it, but it's still very much alive. And now it knows who's gonna eat next time.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm behind Oreo. Oreo, you have a breaching auger, right?
Yep.
Hey, buddy. Test out that
Oreo.
berserking charge.
I actually think because I'm not in melee yet, if I toss a frag right here, then it should hit all 4 of these boards, right? Since that has a range of 4.
Yep.
I will have to move 1 space over, so that'll be half move to move and a half move to throw.
Yep.
You go ahead and fate point that. Oh man,
I should have charged.
can you fate point twice?
No, it's once.
Okay, so
All
it'll
right, so
scatter.
D10 for scatter, and then D5 plus D5 for range. Five is to the right, and then sorry, yeah, 3 is to the diagonal top right. 2 is 2 meters.
Top right or top left? Not that way. So it will move right there. Does it still hit this one or no? It still hits this one down here, but I don't know if it hits this one. It looks big enough to hit it. It does not hit the bottom one. So it might hit D.
All right. The frag is. Yeah, so it's that.
So it would be just 4 magnitude. I should roll damage to see if it penetrates, though, right?
Yes. The frag isn't very powerful on its own, so good idea to do that. Yeah, no problem. All right. Yeah, I think that's your turn, yeah.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, it charges you, Alf, because you are unfortunately the closest thing to it. Does anyone have Furious Assault from the top of their head? What it does? What
Fierce
it
is
does?
alt. I thought I had it. 1 second. You have to roll. Damn, I wrote this. 1 moment. You can attack twice, but you have to roll some. Oh, there it is. Fierce Assault. The character's speed and martial prowess allow him to land several blows where the lesser combatant lands one. If the character successfully hits using an all-out attack, he may spend his reaction to make an additional attack using the same bonuses or penalties as the original attack.
All right.
So it only works for an all-out attack.
Well, that's good to keep in mind. You know, I'm actually impressed that I actually did 3 out of the 4. And all of these are on you, Alf, unfortunately, because you are the only thing in range of the snapping jaws of these creatures.
Yeah.
I have. Ooh, that's not too bad. Question held
Hang
forward.
on, let me re-roll that because it's not the right damage.
Ah. Ooh. I wish it was the right damage.
Yeah, because Horde has extra damage based on magnitude.
Question. You know the way if you have a flamer and a weapon, you can attack with both of them with the rule you set up? If I have a psychic power and a weapon, can I do that as well or no?
No.
That's very unfortunate.
So 12 is your right arm. So what's your armor on that? The armor value itself.
Right arm is 9 armor.
Right. What's your toughness total? Is it 8?
8.
So that's 23. Yeah, so you don't take any damage. You manage to hulk Hulk your way out of the first one. What's the armor on your body? Armor itself.
Armor 10.
Oh yeah, so you don't take any damage from the second one. 51, that's body 10. Yeah, you don't take any damage at all. Like you have a bunch of jaws snapping at you from claws, scratching the armor of, or the paint of your armor, but they don't seem to do anything, which is a bit unfortunate. Like the fucking primitive quality of their weapons is, I think, the only thing that's keeping all of you alive at this point, because the doubled armor value.
I have a question. Can, like, let's say Seth, if he attacks, can he move a little bit, like when he's as he's attacking, or can he not move at all?
Depends on what the attack is doing.
Like if he wants to move down a little while, using a
Well,
attack.
depends
strike.
on the attack.
What attack?
What weapon?
Seth, what weapon do you have?
Like you can either do a half move and a single shot action, because those are two half moves, or you can do the full auto or semi auto and then move your half your movement, but you don't get the penalty or don't get the bonus for that.
No, well, because I have a flamer and I can get all three of them, but I need Alf to disengage, which he probably should, unless he wants to sit there. And Seth needs to move a little so I can get the bottom one. If he doesn't want to move, I can get the top two. Also, for flamers, how does damage work with flamers to Horde? I've never used one. I like how you moved him just
You
a
roll
bit.
damage, then you roll 1d5 plus 3.
1d5 plus 3? Okay, thank you.
No,
I
it's
assume that's the...
D5 plus like 25, like a quarter of the range, the total range of it.
So a
It's in
heavy
the
flamer is
book
30
somewhere.
range.
Let me resolve this damage or
Yeah, go
this
ahead.
thing first. So.
Well,
So it'd be like plus
let's see if it
7.
hits first. Top to bottom, bottom to top. Isn't he smaller than the other ones? How many times is he gonna hit?
Yeah. Originally they did 5. Now
Oh.
you dropped it down to 4. So it's top, bottom, top, bottom. So 2 top and 1 bottom.
No, I thought the Horde itself was smaller than the other ones because I got only a 10 bonus to it instead of a 30.
Yeah, that's because you moved. Like the issue
For the Horde
you had
size,
was because
that changes it?
no, but you had additional penalties because of your fucking around with other things.
No, you said the Horde penalty is plus 10.
No, I said 30.
Oh. No, because then yeah, my plus 20 more. I should have gotten 2 more shots on that Horde. So 4 more damage. That's how I think, because it looked smaller on the screen. Ooh.
Well, don't pay attention to the size of the screen. Just if I'm telling you a modifier,
No,
that's
yeah,
what it
I
is,
thought you
even
said
if the
10.
token is super large or super
Well,
small.
you said a total of plus 20, and that's why I thought it was small.
All right, so the 17, both the 17 goes on Cass, and then the last one goes on Oreo.
Yeah, I have a body has 11 armor. Rest has 8. 10 toughness.
Yeah, so they don't appear to do any damage, unfortunately. And 61, what's Oreo? I keep asking you this, but what's your armor on the body?
Alright, for Oreo, it's 9.
Alright, so 18 minus that's 15 was your toughness, including toughness bonus.
10.
Yeah, so you don't take any damage. Alright, Sam, your turn.
Can I ask, Alf, are you gonna move out of there or are you gonna stay there?
I'm gonna move out of there.
Okay, then I'm gonna save my half action and use the Avenger psychic power once he moves. And that Avenger is basically it's like a heavy flamer attack. It counts everything
Hang
as a
on.
heavy flame.
Hang
Yeah.
on.
Okay.
What exactly are you doing here?
Hold my action for later,
Alright.
and then use the heavy flamer attack. The Avenger once he moves.
It's a half action psychic power.
Yes.
Cool.
Alright, Sap, your turn.
This horde's the one that's the most damaged.
Yes, I'm not gonna hit that one at all.
And I'm going to hit it with my servo on. It's the size bonus on.
That is an excellent question. I think plus 20.
I'm going to. How the hell did I miss twice?
This has been a magical evening for dice rolls.
Well, do you want a fate point that?
I'm not going to fake.
Alright. Alright, Vlad, your turn.
And I'm going to jump to here and throw a grenade here. And get both these hordes.
Alright, you're gonna fly over everything and attack
Yeah.
with a charge. Alright, pilot test, please. You know, I can't tell if I'm happy or sad about this. But it is pretty funny though. Right, so you managed to get part of the way over there, but unfortunately not all the way. Just having a quick look at the skill thing here to see if I have to wing it or if it's actually something in here about failed pilot roll.
For the jetpack, it might be in the equipment section.
Probably, yeah. Can someone have a look and see if there is anything about failed pilot skill when using it?
It actually doesn't say anything about failing the pilot personal check. It's on page 172. It basically just says, Jump pack requires the pilot personal skill to operate effectively. And, yeah, that's about it, as far as I can tell. So I guess I'd have to look at the skill then, for pilot.
I just looked at it and it doesn't say anything about a failed test.
Okay.
But it did say that if you want to clear obstacles, you need to roll a pilot, which this is because he's flying above the first horde, so he can get on the opposite side of it and attack, right? And charge from a higher position.
Technically, I failed to get over them, so I should probably land here then.
Yeah, if you want, like that, I'll be fine with that. You slam into the first horde instead.
Yeah, and still close.
Why don't you slam a little higher since you came from up here? Why don't you stand like right here?
Here.
All right. So did you want to attack something, or you're just hanging out there now?
Yeah, I was gonna throw a grenade down here.
All right. Yeah, ballistic. See if you hit it. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Are you throwing it close enough that you hit both hordes or just the one?
Both of them.
All right. Roll damage for me, please. Right, yeah, you toss the frag, and you see a couple of them expire on the spot. And their heads blown apart as the grenade lands and throws pieces of shrapnel all over the place. It's fairly gruesome, but the flesh terror in the party is probably super happy about this all this blood and gore. All right, Alf, you are smack bang in the middle of it.
If you disengage the full action, but you can move, I think you're full.
Yeah, I can move 4 meters as a half move. And so I can move back here.
Is it half walk? I thought it was your full.
Nope, I'm looking at it right now. It says it's a full action.
Don't move right there, because I'm gonna hit you with fire. Don't move in front of me. Move down or move next to what's his face.
Move over here.
Yeah, I'll just fire them like that.
Alright, that'll be all I can do this turn.
Can I use my fire to fire like that?
Sure thing.
How do I do the psychic power for that? Is it just roll willpower?
So first of all, are you
I am not pushed.
your default is psi rating
3.
is 3, right?
Correct.
Are you holding back or are you using your full?
No, I'm just gonna use my full.
All right, so
What's the difference, if you don't mind me asking?
So the difference is that if you use half your psi rating, the bonuses to the willpower test is based on the effective psi rating of the power you're using. So if you use, I forget if it's rounded up or down, but you're essentially using get less bonuses to it to the attack.
So if the only time I have to roll on the table is if I push, right?
Nope.
When do I?
let's see here. If you do fettered, which is half your effective psi rating, you don't have to roll at all because you're essentially playing it safe, right? If you use
Okay.
unfettered, which is you used your full
Psi rating.
full psi rating, then it's you roll on the tables if you roll a double, so 22, 33, 44, that kind of stuff,
Mm.
and if you push, then you roll regardless.
So okay, I
if you're
understand.
using your full psi rating but not pushing, that's free.
Yeah.
So that
Alright.
would be a willpower test plus 15.
One more question is how does the flamer damage work? Because Avengers just you do regular heavy flamer damage, and the pen is 2 times your psi rating.
Well, let's see
Uh,
what that when the
how does
power
damage work on
materializes.
hordes?
Well, I'll look that up while you do the focus test, see if the thing actually
Yeah, it's a
works.
plus 15, right?
Plus 15.
Yep. And no doubles. Nope.
Right, so psi rating, psi power against horde is psi rating.
No, this power, it says specifically you use it when you fight a horde, you use the heavy flamers, the way the heavy flamer would attack it.
All right.
That's what I was
So
asking
if
what the
that's-
flamer thing is. How it would work.
Yeah, so it's D5 plus 1/4 of the weapon's range. So if it's 30 range total for a heavy flamer, then what's a quarter of that?
About 7 point something, so 8.
Yeah, rounded up, so 8. So it's D5 plus 8
Okay.
damage, magnitude damage.
So 10 damage to both of the hordes.
All right, the one to the south is close to expiring. The one in the middle there, still hanging in for good measure, but they are drastically reduced.
I'm glad.
All right, speaking of drastically reduced, it's their turn. All right, so unfortunately both attacks goes on Perial. But they are significantly reduced in scope, so you probably ain't gonna take any damage from this. Yeah, no. Even like because it's primitive, right? They can't fucking do damage to you.
I mean, even if they pass armor, it doesn't do shit.
I was gonna say with unnatural toughness, his bonus is 10.
Yeah, right. I made sure all my characters have 10. Like I used the highest score on that.
Alright, so this one, however, has options.
Many options.
Alright, so it's a bit of a clusterfuck, but I see Vlad, Alf. I think Sam is in there too, as well as Sap. And I do believe if the math isn't incorrect, that's all 4 of you.
Man, Sam is backed up. He's like, nah, I don't want to deal with this.
Alright, so top to bottom.
Are you still big enough to do 4 attacks?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, guys, I tried.
This is literally the one horde that I have barely gotten scratched in the
I mean,
fight.
they just took like 10 damage. Oh, myself and Vlad get hit.
Wait, did you shoot the one at the top as well?
Yes,
All right, sorry.
I had both of those. Like it was an AOE.
Yeah,
because
the thing
flamer.
you said, both of those. There
So,
are 3 of them, so I didn't know which
no,
one.
well, I didn't want to hit the one on the bottom because I would have hit Seth as well. So I did these two. I was like doing the, what's it called?
All right, then the one at the bottom should have gotten an extra attack. But let's go with this. So, my God, the math on this bullshit is hilarious.
Just roll 2 damage. It's gonna be Vlad and myself that get hit.
Yep.
I'll help you with the math. We take nothing. I doubt we take
Yeah, no, I don't need to do math on that shit.
anything. All right, well,
Right,
Manos, you can
Manos,
finish.
your turn.
Finish which one? So I'm just gonna hit the one right.
Yeah, the bottom one. Yeah. Pyro can then fire them. Actually, if you want to let Pyro to fire them all, then you can just go for the one behind you. Nah, it's risky.
Yeah, but he only does 1d5 plus 3.
Oh, he has a hand flamer. That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. All right. Well, you should just finish that one off. That way, we have less to deal with on the right side.
Yeah. What's the bonus for its current size then?
It's not very big.
God, I had it here a moment ago. Yeah, plus the magnitude 30, yeah, so plus 30.
Didn't it get a lot smaller since we like destroyed it? Because that was
No,
the
so
one he hit before.
there is no difference between 40 and 30. It's only sub 30. It's started getting to the lower. Basically, there's a massive gap between 30 and 60 magnitude.
Yeah.
Like that's where the size.
No,
is.
because that's the first one that got hit. That's why I thought he got a lot smaller.
Yeah, no, I'm looking this shit up as I go, so I'm having to modify a bunch of stuff because I apparently wrote this shit down wrong first time around.
Hold on.
All right, which one are you mutilating now?
The one directly to the right of me.
All right. Yeah, so that hits. So that's
So does that
what,
count as 1 or 2 attacks since it's 0.5, 3.5?
I mean, it's base and then 2, so that's 2 attacks.
So 8 magnitude damage.
Yeah, sounds about right. Do you want to do your whirlwind thingamajig?
Oh, that's with whirlwind.
All right, so 8.
If it's 2 attacks, each would be 2, which would put it at 4, then whirlwind would double it to 8.
Alright.
Or, don't know, wait. I only did 1 attack, didn't I?
No,
You did.
you hit twice. You hit
Well, if
twice,
I-
so that's...
I mean, if I did a swift attack.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I honestly don't know what you're doing, so I'm just gonna assume you're doing the right thing, and whether or not it's up to you.
I forgot I was supposed to do a swift attack.
I'll be nice and give you this one then, because this thing is almost dead, and frankly, I have too many fucking NPCs on the board. Jesus Christ, you guys, the fucking combat drags on forever when you can't kill a horde.
You put 4 big hordes. What do you mean? They only have 50 magnitude.
These were fucking 50 magnitude. You've been fighting bigger before.
It's only been
No.
one turn. I think it's just that we are rolling so many times.
I was gonna say, it's my
yeah, they roll like 5 times each.
Yeah, so that's one hit, one base hit. You need at least 2 degrees of success in order to get the second attack. So that's what 3 attacks total.
Yeah.
3 hits total.
So 12 magnitude.
All right. Yeah, they look stumped as all hell right now. They are well beneath optimal strength. But because they are all frenzied, they are not going to break. All right, Pariel, you beautiful salamander person. Also, that fucking token is freaking me out.
It's just a salamander, though.
I don't approve.
I'll get a serious one after tonight.
Nah, it's all good, man. What do you want to do? You have some options here.
I'm gonna try and. Can I angle and hit all 3 of them on the right side?
Yes.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I roll damage.
Yep, that clears everything. So yeah, it's hand flamer, so it's D5 plus 3. Alright, Cass, it's your turn.
Can I fully unload at that horde
Which horde?
in front of me?
The one
This one.
behind you or in front of
This
you?
one.
Or to the left or to the right?
Left.
No, because you are engaged in melee. And you
Can I
can't
unload
shoot.
on the ones over there?
Yes.
But it's a horde. I can't shoot a horde since there's so many of them everywhere.
Well, you're engaged in melee, and the rules for it are as follows. You can only use a pistol weapon in melee.
Oh, that's so weird. All right, so then I'll just shoot at this one.
Actually, that's a good point.
Yeah, because I get if it's like one thing, but if it's a horde, I can just shoot the ones behind the one in front of me.
It's still the fact that, one of the enemies are jumping up and snapping at you, throwing off your aim. That's the thing. But I don't know if you can actually shoot anything while you're in melee or not, because, well, you're in melee.
Can I throw a grenade?
Yes.
Ah, perfect. I will throw a grenade.
Yes.
Whose turn is it now? Oreo, are you gonna attack the one behind us?
I think so. I will use Quick Draw to stow my Breaching Auger, and then use Quick Draw.
Hang on.
Wait,
Cass, are you giving up your turn, or are you tossing
no.
the
I'm just
grenade?
asking. I was just asking him who he's gonna attack.
Oh, my
I'm
fault.
gonna just grenade. Yeah. Sorry, I was just gonna. Don't you have? Why don't you just auger him? So I was gonna
Wouldn't
say.
that do
I'm just gonna throw
less
a grenade.
damage?
Well, it does. I think I don't know how that melee works. You have to ask Traffic for that. I'm gonna throw a grenade right in the middle of these 3, and that would be just a ballistics test with Cass. And give me one moment. Find
Are you
do I get any
tossing it where I
bonuses?
draw the marker?
Hmm?
Are you tossing it where I draw the marker?
Yes. Well, a little forward, so I don't want to hit him, so I want to like right there. So a little bit to the perfect. So right before I hit Seth.
That hits. Yeah, roll damage for grenade.
I will. God. Does that go through?
Holy shit, man! You're like 1 point above it going through.
Oh,
Yeah, you do
God.
2 damage. They have 8 total.
Oh, my RNG, man. Today's not been a good day, right? Yeah, so all three of them. So that's 4. I also have the 1d5 that I do plus on blast damage.
But are you? Is that solo or squad?
I don't know. Let me just check. Give me one moment. So many tabs open. Squad.
Yeah, and you're in solo, so you don't get that.
I thought we said we went into squad mode.
I have yet to hear
No, we
squad
didn't.
lead initiate.
Oh,
Yeah, I
god
never
damn it, Pyro. I thought you said we were going to do it. That's why I was like.
I was going to, then I forgot.
Oreo, it's your turn. You have friends and family next to you.
Alright. I will stow my breaching auger and take out my hand flamer and shoot the horde in front of me. And for this, because it's been a while since I've done it, I just roll damage. See if it gets through, right?
Yes. And you need 8 or better.
Oh, too bad.
Wait. Has anybody else attacked the bottom horde, or is it just me?
Actually, no, that does damage.
Yeah, the
Sorry.
Okay.
So that's so with the hand flamer, it's D5 plus 3.
And what percent does the horde break, by the way, Hellforge?
They are all frenzied, so they don't break.
Oh, they're all frenzied?
Yes.
I thought the top one was frenzied. Did not know that.
We
Alright,
find
so
out
it's
that
gonna take even longer to.
we're standing on top of their nest. There's like eggs everywhere. It's like, oh, that makes sense now.
Right, this one. My God, it's not gonna be good, yo. Alright, Sap, you get a free swing as they storming past you and essentially engulf you in their hordiness. That sounded really wrong, I apologize.
Size bonus.
Plus 10. Or plus 20. Forgot the initial thing.
You are really not good with that server arm.
This guy's built as a shooter, not a melee guy.
Right, Oreo and Alf. In that order.
I've got a 41 weapon skill. Should be doing better than I am. I'm not.
I'm pretty sure neither of those go through if the last rolls are
No.
anything to go by.
Yeah, you basically double your armor points minus the pen, and then if the damage doesn't go through, then you're good.
Most people have at least 8 armor, and that's 16 already. And then you have at least 8 toughness. So even with that, unless they do more than 24 damage, you won't take anything.
Yeah.
Unless someone hits me in the head.
Well then.
Is that me?
Yep, it was top, bottom, top.
Ah, thanks. I'm fine. Oh, sorry. You can roll hit.
Yeah, so that's one of the legs. I don't think that goes through.
Yeah, no. I have 8 at least on all my legs. Unless he has more.
Alright.
Nope.
Damn, your turn. I think next time I'm gonna fucking dope up the creatures you're fighting because these ones are pathetic.
I will do the same thing. I will do my Flamer Avenger attack.
Where
If I push, it
Where?
doesn't change anything, right?
it doesn't change the
I want to do
damage,
that here.
but it does change the pen and it does change the bonus you get for the willpower.
Yeah, but my point is it doesn't actually do anything else to the horde.
No.
Yeah, so it's not worth me pushing this one. So yeah, I'm just gonna do these two hordes.
And you'll be hitting Alf and Sap if you do that.
Really? Can I move forward and do that?
Those two would be clipped if you're standing where you are right now.
It's a horde. Okay, why wouldn't I not?
Yeah,
Oh, so can I move right there?
Because Alf and Sap
Can I move
are
right there?
standing next to them. Yeah, you can half move there and use
Yeah. So there you go. And yeah, I cannot get the bottom one, so yeah, I'll just do this then. And you said plus 15. Make sure I'm on the right
if you're
character.
using unfettered.
Unfed for now, because it's not gonna help me. All right. Damage is 1d5 plus 8. Ten. All the 10 damage.
All right.
I would say everyone focus the bottom one, and then we'll just go up.
All right, Sap, your turn. So the status of which, and you can all see this, the bottom one, there is essentially like 2 or 3 left in that, so the horde is essentially non-existing at this point. The one in the middle and the one on the top there are, getting there, but they still have a couple of more. And the one at the back there has a lot going for it.
So a nice grenade might take out the bottom one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. So if you guys think one nice grenade, boom.
They essentially have 4 magnitude left, and a grenade does 4
Yeah,
magnitude.
at least 4.
And even if you roll a natural one, you're still gonna murder it.
Cool.
So yeah, Sap, your turn. What do you wish to do?
Throw a grenade right here.
All right. Yeah, you give me that ballistic. Let's see if it goes. I kind of miss the days of the Hail Mary grenade when someone would just toss one for the hell of it and then fuck it up and have it bounce back on them. Maybe. Do you want to fate point that?
Yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
Holy shit.
What is going on today? Like, Hellforge has missed very little. We've missed every single goddamn.
The fuck?
We have missed every single time we hit something.
I've got 50 goddamn ballistic skill.
D10 and D5. Hopefully we don't get killed. God damn it. So where did you throw that, by the way?
I threw it right about here.
No.
Yeah, basically far enough away that it wouldn't hit the rest of you.
Yeah, that looks about it. Alright, so D10 and a D4 and 2.
Oh,
Which
no.
way is 4? Is it right back towards us?
Yeah.
Oh no, so it just moves right here.
Yeah, where my green marker is right now.
Oh, so it's not that. I don't think it hits any of us, but it hits all of them.
Oh my god, if you had rolled a 3, it would have been
Only
hilarious. But yeah, you tossed a grenade.
3 would have what hit me? Yeah, just me.
Yep.
And maybe Seth.
I mean, honestly, a 5 is what would have been hilarious.
It's just all of us.
Yeah, just drop it at my feet. I was gonna just yell Allah Akbar at that point.
Wonderful.
Glad I didn't throw the melted shards I've got.
Alright, so one horde expires. The last few strugglers just dies in a howl of agony.
As Seth is, or as Vlad is doing his thing, how do psychic powers work on Horde?
What do
Because
you
you
mean?
were you were about to explain to me earlier with psychic powers when I attack a Horde.
And if you do single target thing, it's psi rating.
Psi rating? So it would be like 3 or 6? That's very little.
Hold on a sec, dude. Hold on. So if you go to page 361 in the core
Thank you.
book,
That's all
that
I needed.
explains the psychic bullshit for
3, 6,
for
1.
all. Alright, Vlad, what do you
The
want to
page is
do?
moving so slow.
And I'm gonna attack this sword with my sword twice.
Alright. Yeah, that horde is a bit under half strength now, so it's getting there, but it's still work in progress, you know.
Plus 20.
Yeah. Yep, that hits. So the first one, 2 attacks. The second one, what is it? Yeah, so it's 2 attacks on the first one, 3 attacks on the second one. So 2, because you crit, that's 4 attacks. So 7 magnitude on the top one there. Basic math is hard, yo. You want to do anything else?
Then I was gonna flamer. Use my hand flamer to get both of these.
Alright, yeah, you can do that as well. Roll damage first to see if they take anything. But you basically know, yeah, even with a natural one, you still do enough. So it's a hand flamer or
Yeah.
normal. Yeah, so D5 plus 3.
D5 plus what?
3. All right, Alf, your turn. The friends and acquaintances you have acquired along the way have now been severely diminished to the point where you can probably sneeze at them and they die.
Let's see. Well, I don't think I can throw a grenade from where I'm at. So I think I will try to disengage 4 meters back to where I'm completely out of melee. I don't know if I'll have time to do anything else, but...
Yeah, you could toss a grenade. Why wouldn't you?
If you're engaged in melee, you can only make attacks that you have the melee attack type. I can give you the page number in a second if you want.
Dude, I've been tossing grenades this whole time.
Yeah, so have I.
Yeah, so it was a bad call on my part, and I thought you could still toss grenades in melee. So if you want, we can keep going with that until the end of combat to speed things up a bit, because they're almost dead, and a grenade would help speed
It
things
doesn't
along.
make sense why you wouldn't be able to. Like,
Yeah, let me make sure that I'm right before we. I mean, I'm fine with regardless doing it till the end of combat, but I just want to make sure that I understand it.
what page is that on, by the way?
I'm looking for it now. Alright, let's see. Page 248, engage in melee. If an attacking character is adjacent to his target, both the character and his target are considered to be engaged in melee. Characters that are engaged in melee can only make attack actions with the melee subtype.
Well, the more you know. All right, let's use that in the future, but let's use the whatever mispronounced bullshit that I've been using for the end of this combat. So if you want, you can toss a grenade, and then we use the proper rules. For
I
next
like your
combat.
bullshit though. It makes it much faster.
Alright, I'm going to toss a grenade right here. A frag grenade to be exact.
All right.
And I guess I'm gonna fate point that. There we go. Alright, so I roll damage.
You don't need to roll damage because even a natural one on a frag is gonna be clearing all their armor and stuff.
Well, if it were double ones, that would only be 4 damage, I think. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't matter, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's true. Alright, so the two of them at the top there are pretty much just expired at this point, so he's gonna do a last hate crime against Alf. See if he can save himself, but it looks dire at the moment. Unfortunately it doesn't hit. Anos, your turn.
You want to hit the one in the back since he has the most health, or
I was gonna say they're all
well, the
not
one
gonna
right
get the
here
swift
is a lot of
attack
health,
any of them.
and I can just throw a grenade or flamer those.
Yeah, I mean the Imperial's gonna flame attack the two on the right again
Yeah, exactly.
as well.
That's perfect. So I think these guys will go down, but this one might take a minute, unless you get a nice good hit on it. You can charge anything, right?
Is that far enough for me to charge?
Is it
Yeah,
10
you
I know
meters?
it's
need
far.
you need 4 meters, I think, for charge. So yeah, you can reach it.
Berserk that
Does
charge.
anyone near it have a double team? Or is
Let me
Imperial,
check.
will Imperial be close enough for me to still get the bonus from him?
Nope, it is too far away.
Cass definitely does not have double team. He has a giant
got
heavy
double
bolter that's
team.
been useless.
Yeah, but I need someone closer to it to have it.
Yeah,
Or
I don't
Yoji.
think I have it. It's a talent, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't have it yet.
Yeah, the minimum distance you need to move is 4 meters, so you can charge that.
Is it still 30 for this one, or is this one different?
Yeah, it's plus 40 to hit. Then you're double teaming with 2 others, so I think that's plus 40, plus 20 as well.
Am I close enough for a double team? I mean, either way, I'm going to have, between the size and charge, I'm going to max out at 100 anyway, so I guess it doesn't
60.
matter.
No, I think he means that he has.
I have 50.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get 30 from its size, 20 from charge.
Yeah, so go for it. I'll look into it because I think
And then 10 more.
don't remember.
I mean, you might as well do a plus 60 because the more success you get, the better. Because you do get the double team. There you go, 8.
All right, so 8. Yeah, so 8 doubled because of the power field on it. Then do you have? Oh, that's 16, and then Whirlwind of Death. Is that something you can just activate, or?
Whirlwind of Death is just default. Happens anytime I do magnitude damage.
Right, so what, 8, 16 plus the. It's a lot.
Wouldn't it just be 16?
No, because you had an additional hit because of the power field.
Because it's 8 degrees of success, so that'd be 4 attacks, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. So I forgot that. So it's 8 total, then 16. Yeah, so it's 16 magnitude damage. Yeah, so you carved into this horde, and they look severely diminished from their proud noble bearings a moment ago. So good job. Ariel, your turn.
Since it was, is it even worth activating squad mode at this point?
I don't think so.
Um,
Yeah, I was gonna say at this point, I feel like there's not much of a point.
Mumbo, what page was the whole melee thing on?
248.
So I'm just gonna flame her the 2 on the
think?
right.
All right. Yeah, it goes through. And it's D5 plus 3.
Just 48?
248.
Oh, 248, I heard.
Yeah, so both horde, as you shower them with burning promethium, they both expire in a howl of pain. It's getting toasty up in here, but as a salamander, you are quite comfortable in the increased temperature.
Feels like home.
Indeed, it does. Right. Do you want to do anything else, or is that your turn?
Nah, that's it. I also just realized I should have been counting my shots. Got one
mean,
more
I
before
think
need
this
to
is-
reload.
I think this is the third turn we have done, so you probably haven't expended that much ammo.
Well, it's only got 4 shots in a clip because it's the hand flamer.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think combat will be over before you reload anyway, so.
Is it only
It's a good thing. Yep.
is it only 4 because of the errata? Because I have 5 in mine.
4 is. I haven't
Oh.
looked at the errata.
Errata is 4, I think.
Never mind, I have 4 as well. I was thinking of my other gun.
Yeah, hand flamer is 4. Could be 4. Alright, Cass, your turn.
Since I cannot shoot, I will go and throw the grenade since we're still allowed to do that.
Alright, you toss a frag at it.
Yep.
Cool. Yep, that hits. So, yeah. Doesn't do a whole lot, but it does do something.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if people engaged in melee can shoot out of melee. Because there's no thing about that.
Alright, Oreo, your turn.
Alright, I will take another shot with my hand flamer. So let me go ahead and roll damage.
Alright. Yeah, D5 plus 3. Alright, so you shower it in burning promethium, and yeah, the horde is severely diminished. It's increasingly agitated by all the bullshit. Alright, Manus, the horde, because you did most damage to it, launches at you, whatever the word is in English. Fuck do I know? And tries to bite you in various uncomfortable places. You know what? I don't even have to think about that damage. Let's forget it ever happened. Alright, Sam, it's your turn.
Alright. Should I push and see what happens, guys?
Yes, absolutely.
Everybody okay with this? Or
I'm ready to suffer the consequences.
alright, I shall push plus I can do plus 3. Double it up? Or how far can I push?
You can push to max plus 3. So your effective psi rating for this would be plus 6. Or 6 total.
So laggy. And what are the bonuses I get?
That's a plus 30 total to the willpower roll.
Great. Give me a minute because for some reason my Firefox is everything's lagging. Alright, I shall that creature in front of me. Yeah, I think my browser's shitting itself. I don't know why. Alright. 30. It allows me. Okay. And it's 6 plus D10.
What is the D10 for?
Smite is an AoE attack, and AoE you add a plus 1 D10.
Oh yeah, so 6 plus D10 plus 6 then.
Yes,
Make
that's
it
on
easy.
exactly. 11. And then I'll roll.
2d100, please. Holy shit. You are so lucky it's not
I
even
know.
fucking funny.
I have rights of sanction, which basically diminishes the effects of this. But if it was 1 point higher, rights of sanction does shit. What did I pick for rights of sanctioning? Give me a second, because I'm laggy as hell. They have way too many things open. I think I picked Veil of Darkness. Healthwatch, can you find me Veil of Darkness? Because I cannot open this. For a brief moment, remainder of the round, an area around 3d10 meters, the psyker is plunged into immediate darkness. Sorry, guys. Or we can go with fuck it. Let's go with the 74. A violent ripple of tainted discord causes all creatures within 2d10 meters of the psyker, with the exception of the psyker himself, to become frenzied for 1 round. Affected creatures gain 1d5 corruption points unless they pass a willpower test. Difficult.
All right.
-10.
So what's the range of that?
2d10 meters.
All right. So roll 2d10 first.
I think it's everyone. I mean, unless I get 2. 4, 5. Okay, so it's not too bad.
Right, so
Manos and Peril.
Yeah, so everyone other than Manos Imperial, you need to roll a -10 willpower. Or
Sorry, guys.
was it -10 willpower?
Yes. You guys all wanted me to push.
Say -10 will.
Yes.
I actually didn't do the modifiers right for that one. I spent a fate point, but I still passed either way, so.
Not Vlad.
I am so laggy right now. Oof. Cass does not get fucked.
I've really failed.
So all of you are frenzied for 1 round, and you also gain a d5 worth of corruption points. So you can roll that. Might only be 1 person or 2 people, I guess. Vlad and Cypriel both. Look how traffic. Both of his characters are like, I'm not going to be in that range.
The one person, the 2 that didn't comment on pushing are unaffected.
You're right. You are the one that did. Hey, I guess the Emperor looks down and smiles on the non-stupid people.
So was it D5 or 5 total corruption?
It says D5, 1d5.
All right.
So everybody has to roll. Whoever failed, 1d5.
So all who failed, roll a D5, please. And add the result to your corruption tracker.
I mean, what are we without a little bit of corruption? Come on. Let's be fair.
Pure.
Hey, technically, the second does not gain any, so I'll take that.
All right, Sap, it's your turn. And you have felt an uncomfortable touch of the warp flow through you once again.
And he's frenzied.
Yes, and you are
Unless
also
he passed.
furiously mad at everything. So I like how.
I'll charge this guy.
All right.
What's the leverage?
It's +10 for size. So it's 20 total unless you have anything else. Yeah, ganging up as well.
Yeah, if he has double team. Quadruple team. Ow, why did you shoot him? You were no longer in combat.
Yeah, but I'm frenzied though. I'd be in character.
Yeah, true. Frenzy, it's melee combat only.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Would have been super fun if it happened to the Devastator. You just fucking
Finally,
dropped the
actually,
bolter
yeah.
and
I
destroyed him.
am. Oh no, I did it. I passed. Oh, okay, good. I mean, you should get some more willpower, guys. You know I'm gonna be around.
Oh, yeah, so ganging up is +10 for everyone. +10 for every.
4. That's 40. Hey, he should have passed that, I guess. I mean, I guess he re-rolled. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, for every opponent you outnumber it by. So if you 3-1, then it's +10 for each.
There's a 4-1, right?
Yeah, so it's +30 because it's +10 for 2, then it increases by 10 for each
Oh, okay. I thought you-
beyond the first. All right, so that was a normal hit. So that was 4. Yeah, that's 3 hits, and then you did a crit as well. So, and this one had 3 AH magnitude left. So yeah, you murder it.
Good job.
All right, everyone is still frenzied who failed, but the combat is for now over at least.
It's only for one turn, so.
Good job, y'all. You managed to clear the landing zone. I'm proud of y'all. Now the rest of the mission starts.
Would anybody
Oh.
like some of that sweet, sweet Medicaid?
No, I don't think any of us got hurt.
All right, cool.
I don't think I took a single point of damage.
I
For
wa-
once.
Samuel, being a blood angel, looks at the corpse of his victims and
Yeah,
starts just
Safrio actually
slurping.
took damage.
With the
He took
damage?
3 points.
I would probably not heal yet. Just because you can't heal for another 24 hours if you do.
Oh, is that the case? Let me check.
Yeah. That's what Helford said.
Yeah, first aid
That's
is once every 24 hours.
Yeah, I'll probably wait
But
myself
what you can do instead is, top yourself off with a fate point if you still have one.
Are we done for today?
Well, we're probably. I imagine we're probably going to walk through the woods, and then before the next combat begins, we're probably going to call it.
Yeah. So I mean, if we're
All right, a fate point is 1d5.
1d10.
1d10.
Man, I love the rush of fucking rolling on the table.
I'm still down by 1.
Like, how badly can I fuck people's lives? Mind you, even if that went into the perils, it's only a 77, which all it does is just do some
Can
status.
I spend a fate point to reroll my fate point?
Unfortunately not.
We could spell another fate point to roll again and get an extra health.
I'm only down by 1.
I know. I mean, if it's about to be the end of the session, you might as well do it. But for now, I would say safe. Oh god, that was hilarious. All right, gentlemen, where are we going after we fought lizards for 7 hours?
I suppose we'll be
Don't blame me.
proceeding north. It would be embarrassing if a whole team of Astartes was wiped out by alligators, though.
Considering how shit these alligators are, yeah, it really would. Like, guardsmen I can understand, because they're, mostly terrible. But Space Marines in full armor, it shouldn't happen.
Well, for moving out again, Sferiel's taking point using his goddamn auger array. If we see another fucking alligator, nobody attack it. Just walk around.
All right. Yeah, so as you form up and start moving out again to towards the northeast, where your supposed objective lies, I am gonna have a quick look at something skill related because I hear that's a thing that people use from time to
Yeah,
time in tabletop
paranoia.
games. What's that, and why should I care?
I'm a very paranoid person. Huh?
Yes, you keep saying that, but you still haven't explained what it means in game terms.
Oh, in game terms is. Oh, I thought you knew. You said.
Probably no, but I've forgotten
I
because
will read you
I have
exactly
to
what
deal
it
with
is.
like 8 things at the same time.
So I'm a very cautious person. So that said, like the GM can roll if I'm supposed to like notice something because I'm always looking behind my shoulder.
All right.
I'll give you the exact. The character is alert for danger. That's the short. Let me scroll all the way down with this slow ass.
Yeah, I'm essentially just looking for some skill that would allow this to go a bit faster.
The character knows that
Uh,
danger lurks behind every corner and knows the galaxy will hit him as soon as his guard's down. I gain +2 initiative, and the GM may secretly test using the character's perception to notice hidden threats. The price of this internal vigilance is twitchy disposition and an inability to relax.
all right. Yeah, so if there is anything,
Yeah,
I'll
just
do
test
a
my
check.
my psyker's perception, which is kind of shit actually. So
Yes.
fun.
All right. So can all of you, as you're walking northeast, can all of you roll me an awareness to see if you spot anything along the way? While I look up the other thing. And
Awareness, you say?
you know, sight.
+0.
No, it would be +10 for all of you because you have the, or for those of you who have the helmets on.
No, it's +10. But so do we have heightened senses, which is +10, plus the helmet is another +10, so it should be +20 for everyone. I think we've just been doing that wrong.
Except for the ones that don't have
No
the
helmet.
helmet.
Yeah, then they would be +10, like me. So everybody should be +20 except myself because I'm like, who gives a shit about? Samuel saw something. Cass is fucking lying.
All right, these skills are fucking rubbish because I can't find anything. Or
I
maybe I'm
made it
just
because I'm
looking at
using
the
my
different things.
goddamn prospects.
Yeah, that would explain it, honestly. All right, so now that you have scanned the environment, and I hope at least one of you managed to succeed on this shit. Otherwise, it's going to be embarrassing again. Well, I did see a bunch of failed rolls. So whoever has it and feels brave enough can do a navigation surface if you have it, an advanced skill, to see if you can plot an optimal course towards where you're supposed to be going.
I have a, let's see, is that intelligence based?
Yeah, it's int based.
I can try that since I'm pretty smart.
I can do it. I got a 55 intelligence.
Nice, that's the same
Both
as
of you
me.
can do it. Okay, just both of you do it.
So here's the thing, right? And not to step into the middle of this, but if whoever has the lower intelligence, as terrible as that may sound, can aid the other one for a +10 on top of whatever else they may have.
They both have the same amount.
Alright, so how about I roll and then Nash assist?
Sure. I was gonna say. Oh, all right.
All right.
3.4. We actually can see and know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, so you take take a hot minute and consult the map slate you have, and you're fairly certain about the path you're supposed to be taking as you're investigating this map. You also find maybe halfway, more straight north than northwest, about halfway. There is the map also has marked a small Imperial Guard outpost. That yeah, so if you go straight north, you're gonna be hitting the Imperial Guard outpost, and if you go like northeast, for like double the distance, then you'll be hitting the camp you're supposed to be going to.
All right. So I suppose we should just go straight towards the camp so that we can go ahead and receive our further orders.
Yeah. So those are the two things that you can see on the map that's marked. Like you have the general area of where the camp is supposed to be, where the inquisitorial asset is located. It's not a specific point, it's just the general area of it. And then obviously you have the navigational coordinates for the drop pod behind you, maybe like an hour's walk behind you. So those are the main three things you notice on the map. And then there is like ahead of you, regardless of which direction of north you go, you have essentially just dense forest, dense jungle forest. And then behind you, it's like it fades out and goes into swamplands instead. Yeah, that's what you see on the map with a 3 degrees of success. So, where do you want to go? How do you want to approach this?
Okay, so between where we are now and the inquisitorial asset that we're supposed to be meeting with, what is the terrain like in that area?
You're standing in like the map. The map slate you have doesn't really differentiate between. But if the forest is what you're essentially looking at ahead of you, it's gonna be very difficult to move and navigate around in. Like you might not be able to go broad-chested, through between two trees. That kind of tight forest, like dense forest.
Okay, and there's
So, yep.
is there a longer, easier way to go than that?
Not according to the map, to the map, the cartography details that you have been given by the ships in orbit as they're doing their scan.
Okay. In that case, I think we're best off just heading in the most direct approach.
All right, so you're basically just going diagonally towards to the Campton.
Yep.
Through the super dense forest. Cool.
On an unrelated note, we were doing it right with the grenades because I was looking at the combat action, and standard attack has the attack, melee, or ranged subtype.
Standard attack with grenades.
I don't see any action on here about thrown weapons. It just says your standard attack, which throwing a grenade is.
All right, I'll start looking into that. We're slowly decoding the rules set down from on high.
Too many little things.
There's
split
nothing
14
under
feet.
combat actions that specifically says anything about thrown weapons. It's got your semi-auto, full auto, all that. But under standard attack, It's got the attack, melee, and ranged subtype.
Yeah, and it doesn't say anything in the grenade entry and the armory section either about throwing a grenade. It just says that it requires no special training to use and requires a ballistic skill test to toss. So that's all there is to it.
Well, the grenade requires a ballistic skill test, and it says under standard attack, the active character makes either one melee attack by testing weapon skill, or one ranged attack by testing ballistic skill. And so, if I were to categorize grenades as either melee or ranged, then I would probably categorize them as ranged. And since they take the ballistic skill, that would sort of reinforce that as well.
Yep. I don't know, man. It's a fucking mystery to me.
Sounds to me like a gray area.
Yep. I mean, it's most of this stuff is gray. Unlike the Grey Knights, which is, well, not grey.
More like
They're
the gay
pretty cool.
knights.
I mean, no. Alright. So after consulting the map slate for a bit, you are reasonably certain about the next course of action, and you start trekking towards the future that is somewhat uncertain because you don't have a cycle with the divination powers, because, well, that would make sense. So yeah, after
Call me useless.
I always do.
Uh
Well, prove me wrong for a change.
huh. Hey, I didn't kill everyone.
That's true. But I'm still holding up hope, you know.
It was close. It was close. It could have happened.
Alright, I'm just gonna.
But you tainted us with the warp.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't feel any warp.
I'm just gonna have a quick look and see if there's any super penalties for moving through like super dense terrain. Because I think there are, but I'm not entirely certain.
Now we're spacemen. We just walk over things. We have breaching augers, Hellforge. We can just cut down every single tree on our way
All right,
there.
so you take the next 18 hours deforesting the entire area. Good to know. And, you know, it makes it easier for the enemies to see where you are as well, so that's good.
Just imagine, just the like movies in the jungle with the machetes. We're just doing that with the trees and the breaching augers. Slapping
No,
a
man,
bunch of
it's the scene from, I think, second season of, or third season of Metalocalypse, you know, when they just have the fucking helicopter just nuke the entire area before they land. So that's the kind of stuff.
Make it
And
easy.
then they
Now.
land in
yeah.
the wrong spot anyway.
Yeah, beautiful. But yeah, dense underbrush is -10 to agility modifier, but that doesn't account or count when moving around. It's only if you try to dodge and stuff.
I just read something interesting about grenades that someone brings up here. So there's a group where they ran into the same problem where you can't use grenades in ranged, but since frag grenades have no pen and relatively low damage, they'll just cook a grenade, have it go off in their hand, and then use it to damage a swarm. What an absolute unit.
I like the way you think. To be
Yeah,
fair.
and then, you know, you get Righteous Fury and then roll to hit to confirm, and then you confirm it and you essentially kill yourself with a frag grenade. It got super lucky. Trust me, I've seen that shit happen. It happened in my other campaign. That's how the apothecary died.
I mean, if you have that
You're
bad
very-
luck, I don't think there's anything that
I
could
know,
keep you
like-
alive.
Like every time he talks about his other campaigns, it's always somehow ended horribly.
Yes, and it wasn't my fault that time.
I mean, if you're gonna roll Righteous Fury until a frag grenade kills you, then by that level of luck, then throwing the grenade normally, it would just land on top of you and kill you anyway.
True that. Alright, can all of you make me a, let's say, a +0 toughness as you're slogging through the dense underbrush here?
Well, they both failed. I'm gonna re-roll both of them. Fast. Fast. You have to waste.
2 fails.
Which one of the characters was that with the critical fail?
I was glad.
That's the one that he's gonna re-roll.
Yeah, yeah, I'm re-rolling that.
You know, I'm kind of sad that we're ending the session soon because of the way you guys have been rolling all night. Like, I want to keep fucking playing so we can get in the next bit of combat here.
So we don't have any fate points for the next bit of combat?
No, because if your shit luck keeps happening, then it's gonna be fun.
No, we need a week to regroup. We need a week to
Yeah.
just come back to our normal, you have shitty luck, we have decent luck.
You know, I don't like that.
Goddamn 54 toughness. How the fuck did I just barely pass that?
No, most of the things I've rolled for have been like a coin toss, and I've lost almost every roll.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm gonna treasure this next time when you demolish whatever I have planned. But yes, it's slow going, and some of you stumble and topple over on the roots, and there because it's a deaf world, right? There is the plants, the flora and fauna tend to give you a bit of a hard time as you're navigating through. Like there's some choking vines, for example, trying to grab Vlad as he moves past like a dodgy looking bush, and you lash out and tries to grab him, but you're a fucking space marine, so for the most part, like nothing really does anything to you, like no harm or anything. It just slows you down a bit as you have to essentially fight everything tooth and nail to get through. But eventually, after someone roll me 2d5, please.
Oh, I got this. This will go well.
The way I've been rolling, my fucking guardsman and only war could kick my
Mind you,
ass.
when we came in here, if I somehow did not get a 98 on my attack on that lizard, we probably wouldn't have been surrounded because it would have been fairly stealthy kill. I somehow got a fucking 98, and I had a 90 to roll. Anything 90 or lower, I would have passed.
All right, so 7 hours later, trekking through this super dense forest, you come close enough to the clearing where the area, at least where the inquisitorial assets is supposed to be, and I would like all of you to roll a thing to see if you can find the thing.
Awareness, site-based, or search.
Yeah, something. I'm looking right now because I can never remember. Awareness is for danger, and then there is
I
something
think it's a
else.
notice
Actually,
object.
I think awareness could work. Either that or search. I'm looking what search does in the
I think it's
book
search
right
if you
now.
want to look through things.
Yeah, so it's search, discover things that are physically hidden. Yeah, so all of you can roll search. See if you find
I think it's the
hidden
same roll because we all have search.
Is search learned? I only have the second bubble.
No, search is basic.
No, you should have
So-
third level for search. Ooh.
No, search is basic, so it's the second thing. Unless
Basic
you
means it's a
spend
plus
points.
0, right?
Basic means
So
if
basic
you
means you.
if you only have it at basic and it's not trained, then I think it's half of you roll at a half penalty.
Wait, what are you asking here? If you
So-
don't have it trained when you have spent point on it or earned it, and that's when it's third tick. If it's basic and you don't have put points in it, it's the second tick to the left, which is half your characteristic.
So it would be half. Okay. I thought it was. So what was the
half
first
your
tick do?
perception. First tick is nothing you can roll on that. It just rolls as 0.
Oh.
Is there any modifier?
Well, if you have a siege specs or an specs or something mechanically enhancing
Well, I
your
have siege
perception,
Auspex.
you are welcome. Well, congratulations, dude.
What would I roll for that? Fuck, I forgot.
Fuck, I failed that even with my goddamn awesome.
Someone remember 105 for me, please. Right, so all specs, first of all.
Yeah, what does the
Okay,
Auspex do?
well, that's what I'm looking up, unless someone else want to do it.
I don't know where it is. I forgot. I think it might be Rites of Battle.
No, it's in tools, that's why. So all specs is, so it's default plus 20 to awareness, and if you use a tech use test plus 0, I do believe, then you can detect something outside human senses, like infrared light and stuff like that you normally wouldn't see. So it's plus 20 bonus to awareness if you have an Auspex just by default. And you can do a tech use to see, plus your tech use to see if you can find something that is beyond the normal human senses.
For the siege aspect, all it says is you can see through materials within for about 20 meters. Does that help? Like, is it something hidden like within a rock that I can see with my siege aspect?
Is that in Rites of Battle?
Yes, it's page 146 in Rites of Battle.
All right. I think do a tech use or awareness
I'll
with
do
that,
awareness.
whichever you have. With the siege aspect to see if you can, poke it a couple of times so it gives
I'll
you a
use a
good
faith
read.
point.
Vlad or the other one, did you do the thing with the aspects,
Forget it.
adding all the bonuses and such?
I'm doing it now.
With the aspect, you can do your awareness. Oh, you got it.
Oh, Manos doesn't have anything like that.
Yeah, you have the
Alright.
siege aspect too, right, Vlad? You might as well just do awareness plus, side-based awareness, and you might be able to see it.
All right.
Well, I passed it anyway.
Okay.
So it takes you a bit of extra time because you're fucking around with your equipment, but eventually, as you're waving around your auspexes and whatnot, you manage to find. So you come to this very dense, walking through the forest. Like there is a slight clearing, and then there is very dense underbrush instead of like massive trees. And yeah, as you sweep the allspecs and the siege allspecs, you find a hollowed out area behind one of the larger bushes. And yeah, as you reach out, one of you reaches out to move it out of the way. The bush, the bush itself just wriggles a bit and then lashes out with tendrils, barbed tendrils, and encase your arm. And yeah, leaves like deep scratch marks, but doesn't manage to penetrate through the armor. And yeah, if anyone want to set that on fire or just take a couple of swipes at it with a chainsaw, you can easily dispatch it. And whoever was the unlucky one to stick your hand in it, while your armor is doesn't have a lot of paint left on the arm, on the hand. But yeah, behind the stranglethorn bush is a hollowed out bit in the tree, like a small passageway. And all of you are having some issues getting through that because of the sheer size of the bulkiness of your armor. But and the small size of the hole, but you manage to squeeze your way through without too much of an issue.
Breaching
then,
augers.
Oh yeah, you can just make the hole bigger in the tree if you want that. Just give it a couple of good whacks with the
Like
breaching auger.
3 of us with breaching augers.
That's also a possibility if you want to make a comfortable entrance. So let me ask you this then: do you want to do the breaching auger, or do you want to like get down and dirty in the mulch and crawl through? It's entirely up to you which one. I just need to know which method you choose.
I say just crawl through.
Alright, I'll crawl in after Alpha and Oreo.
I don't want to dirty
Alright.
my armor, so Sam's gonna make way and just make it a little bigger.
All right. Yeah. So after the two of them has started crawling through, you just fire up the breaching auger and whack the tree a couple of times for good measure.
Very nice armor, guys.
All
No.
right. Yeah. So all of you eventually get through the tree, and you come into this forest clearing. It's still like forest, but it's definitely like less dense in here than it was like outside. So this is some sort of altered area in the forest, whether it's natural or not, hard to say. And yeah, I think yeah. So the path, there is a slight like as you look around, you see the underbrush, the grass, and the small like bushes and shrubberies have been trampled in a way that suggests that there is a path to walk, but you can't see anything beyond that. You just see the path where the grass have been folded down, and about like maybe the path itself is probably like large enough for one person to go abreast without too much issue.
Yep, so we proceed down there as well. I assume in a roughly marching order we have on screen, roughly. Unless we want to be more exact about it.
It doesn't matter. We just go in a formation. I'll stay, in the middle back with Cass.
Right. And yeah, as you're walking, there is nothing that immediately triggers any like danger signs from what you're looking at.
This is the
And
worst formation, by the way.
yeah, no, it's beautiful. Like one proper AoE attack and you're all toast.
One of those, what were those creatures that did the beam attack? Just go through all of us.
Yeah, zoanthrope. Like
That's
beautiful,
it.
beautiful stuff. But yeah, you march through the underbrush following the path.
Yeah, one melted shot would go through us all.
And yeah, eventually, like after maybe 5-10 minutes of walking in this like altered area, slightly altered area, you see maybe 50 meters up ahead as the underbrush clears a bit, and you see tents, like the first top of the top half of a tent, like a tent roof, canvas, like green canvas, and yeah, that's all you see from where you're standing right now. And I would like all of you to make an site-based awareness, please. see as you're, spreading out, coming through the choke points, and spreading out a bit more, and you're walking towards this camp, and you all start seeing, think maybe 7 or 8 tents total, and a campfire in the middle. The campfire itself is not burning, and seems to be cold, or has been cold for a long time, because there is no smoke or no ember. And as you flip between the vision modes in your helmet, like, you don't see any thermal heat or thermal readings from the fire at all. So yeah, it seems 7 or 8 tents, placed 2 on the left side, the rest on the right side, again around a campfire. And yeah, that's as far as you see. And I think that's where we call it for tonight, because it's on the dot or next to it.
All right.